these. I don't know if anybody like actually remembers this stuff. They had computer shows. It wasn't like you couldn't buy like top flight computers everywhere. And if you did, you're like dealing with Apple and like super overpriced stuff. So you went to computer shows, you build your own PCs. This is like pre-Pentium days, right? And I remember, and I used to like going because you could get games really, really cheap. You know, like a whole bunch of games on one floppy disk or 3.5-inch floppy, the hard plastics, right? So my dad invites his buddy. They were in their like early 40s, late 30s, right? And I don't know, my dad's friend was really, really funny. And he said the absolute wrong thing. We're waiting in line because it was hard to get into these shows. I mean, they were really
but it was
lines
like
out the door, lines out the door, dude.
Yeah.
You know, you would like you didn't know anybody that had a computer besides you. Yet when they had these computer shows, it was like a blockbuster movie. It was like totally insane. And so we brought my dad's friend Doug, and he said, so he's like he's trying to crack me. I was a teenager. He's trying to crack me up, right? He goes, you know, the only people that go. He goes, don't you think there's a lot of dorks here, Tommy? I thought you were like cool at school. I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, the only people that go to these, the only people that go to, the only people that go to these things are chinks and geeks. And then as soon as he said it, I was like, oh, this guy.
Oh, yo, bro, chill.
He had this Chinese guy who spoke like perfect English, who had a really hot girlfriend, right? So he was in his 20s, and he had like a gold chain and like a, I remember he had like a purple sort of jumpsuit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just turns around and he goes, "Excuse me?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" And this guy could like, you know, I'm thinking like this guy could like, he could have whipped Doug's ass. Like my dad and them, they're in their coats and ties and shit, and I have a Metallica t-shirt on or something like that. And he's like, "Cheeks and geeks." And he just looks at him, and you can see he was like, he's sunk. He goes, "But I wasn't talking about you though." And then the strangest thing happened. He goes, "Oh, okay." And he turned around with his smoking hot Chinese girlfriend. Just like that. It was the weirdest thing I ever saw in my life. But I remember computer shows back in the Disney. All right, everybody. How y'all doing? One's in the chat. Let me know you're alive. We got a lot of stuff to cover.
Listen, fuckhead.
Should be a good show. Oh, wow. We got members coming in. Let's get more of that going. The goal of the day is nothing. You get nothing. Everybody else says it. Why can't I? Let's start the show.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Bring it to life a little hard here. Badass. You broadcast it all the I'm telling you, the job of the boy. The radio guy. Here with, not Agent, I'm here with Vault. How dare I? Mr. Vault, jumping in, emergency. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, last minute.
Yeah. Well, Jeannie's back home, and Agent had a computer breakdown. It's something he absolutely has to fix. And I also found out maybe I should talk about this?
Oh, is it the things they were talking about earlier?
Yeah, kind of. So me and Matt never had this conversation, and he's always the last guy I reach out to because I want to co-host. I need somebody to bounce off of. I don't like speaking to the nether, as you know. I've done it before, but I just don't like it. It's not fun. It's not fun. I don't want to do it. Right? If you can't enjoy it with somebody, why do it? And I reached out to Matt. And you know what Matt said to me?
What?
He goes, "Tommy, I gave you 4 years." And my heart just... And the thing was, and then he's like, "Hey, dude," he's like, and then he starts apologizing, like, "Oh, but he's right, you know. I mean, I can't really bitch, right?" I just, we never had the conversation, the never again, we're done conversation. We never had it, you know. I wasn't gonna reach out ever because we had the. In fact, if I remember, Matt, last conference, if you have nothing else, you can call me. So I pulled that option, right? If you need help, but that's it. Matt has had his last episode on Chop from the Point, whatever that was. I think it might have been in January, right? So as yours, not enough funny arguments. Maybe, I don't know. Make yourself known. Get known.
Yeah, call in.
I don't know.
Be funny.
I'd almost like to have JFA. To be honest with you, he's funny.
Yeah, JF is pretty. If only he had like a.
Or maybe I should just put Kid Sipman and have him get everything fucking wrong, so I can just like get have to constantly.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you could just like blame him.
You know?
Oh yeah, well, Sipman said
it's just
that.
Sipman.
So.
What do you want to do? No, Sipman's been real help lately. I can't say that, but I think Sipman is like, well, he got charged with attempted murder, and then he just goes on to the next thing. Like, who are you talking about? Somebody got charged with attempted murder? Yeah, the guy. There's a Sipman episode, and they're like, well, who? And then you find out,
no, the guy, man.
That guy didn't get charged with attempted murder. He got charged with assault. Oh, there's Sipman. Yeah, you're impersonating exactly what I'm doing. No, it was assault. I don't know if I can be honest. I don't know how much I give a fuck anymore. This whole this whole effort to make everything I think if you purposely, deliberately lie, put out misinformation, yeah. But I think if you honestly get something wrong in the middle of a conversation, you were getting a little bit ridiculous with this shit. Especially first of all, you get a bunch of jackasses around here, and we're going to get into that. They're taking themselves entirely too seriously. The new jackasses are just like the old I Am Alex jackasses, except those guys tried to maximize their profit by coming off as good people. Now we have people that are trying to kind of come off as sort of tough and actually think they're doing some kind of fucking journalism. As Mutahar will find out, maybe his journalism wasn't so hot. So we got that now. It's just bizarro land, but the results are the same. People are in over their head. They're not cops. And they usually fuck it up and make it worse. That's why you get from, somebody with accidentally getting a guy recording fucking sex acts without their permission, turn that into rape. And then we just shoehorn everything into something like a serious crime that nobody ever gets charged with. Nobody ever gets charged. So yeah, Matt's done, perma done. I'm never calling him back. I'm never gonna ask him to do it again. He'd have to fucking volunteer.
He'll obviously talk to you and stuff. But
no, we talk. Me and Matt. This wasn't the first time this week that me and Matt.
The audience.
Yeah. It's but it was when he said it was yeah, it did kind of hurt. I gotta be honest with you. I wasn't mad. He thought I was mad at him, but I think he just knocked the wind out of me. He's done with this shit. It's too gay. It's too gay. I don't blame him.
That's a fake Sipman. I just timed it down.
That's how do you know it's fake Sipman?
No, it's I checked. Sipman just told me. Also, real Sipman is a member.
Yeah, you can ban him.
Yeah,
ban fake Sipman. Permaban him.
My fake Sipman.
I'll start yelling. Fake Sipman comes in there. I'd fucking start yelling.
Because I knew that you would be that you would see it and respond as if it's real Sipman. So I kind of just jumped the gun a little bit and made a good decision.
I want to view the deleted message. I'm licensed. Ask the OG. Let's see. How is it possible Tommy was right about everything? Aiden is rolling with AMIE question. I don't fuck it. So that wasn't him. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're retarded.
By fake Sipman. I don't even know what they're talking about.
I have no idea.
They watch me and pay attention to everything I do. I have no idea how many shows did Aiden have in the last couple of weeks? Couldn't tell you. I bet he can tell you how many I did.
For the most part, for the most part, we just ask Sipman and he tells us.
Yeah, we just get the stuff that we want to goof on. Give me something to goof on. Do you have any do you have any video of him talking about trying to ejaculate on kinetic hell? Yes, I have that. Well, yeah, give that to me. Give that to me. Yeah. I'm getting sick of Lumpy Willie.
No, I find him kind of funny.
Well, we did fucking freak out. He was writing in all caps. He was totally freaking out. Like you see, like I don't know what fucking Wild Little Kid has. I couldn't tell you.
Honestly, I feel like Lumpy Willie is now kind of like part of the show. He's kind of like a recurring character.
He's a recurring moron. Imagine how angry he is. Like, oh yeah, right. Tommy's stupid. Ah, here we go. Here we're gonna have a throwdown.
Oh boy, Tommy's lying.
Didn't go the way he thought. Well, Lumpy Willie. Oh God, Jesus Christ. So like, what do we have on the menu?
Yeah,
all right, let's go.
We got the. Oh yeah, do you want to play that first clip?
Yeah, let's talk about this before we can get into it. This is
Dude, the UK's falling apart. But
by the way, this was sent me by an Arab man. The Arab man I'm talking about.
You won.
Somebody went to MMA class.
Yeah, someone watched Joe Rogan.
You won.
He tried to headbutt him.
It's fucking headbutt. Okay, buddy.
You know, it's so funny to me too because I grew up with all the Europeans sticking their nose. Oh, you have so much crime over here. You have so much crime. We don't have that. And then you look at the UK. It's as bad as New York, if not worse. I would love to see the crime. I'm sure New York is probably somewhat worse, but I would love to see like the crime rates just like kind of even out. You know, like London. And I got to be honest with you. Last time I went to London, I was over by King's Cross. It's dirty. It's a dirty, dirty city.
Oh, I was in like
you go to Czech Republic, you go to France.
It's filthy.
Well, I don't know about Paris, but because only was on the outside.
Paris is disgusting.
Paris is disgusting. London's disgusting. Frankfurt's not. Yeah. Frankfurt's got a section outside the Bahnhof, but the rest of it's all right. Munich's beautiful. Berlin's pretty much together. I know Prague is fucking tight. I'm not sure about Italy. I haven't been down there yet. But you know, the two of the biggest cities in Europe are just complete shitholes, and they're dirty. And that's the thing. Our cities are, I used to hear that growing up, our cities are cleaner, they're better, there's less crime, you don't have to worry about getting robbed. And when I moved here, I was like, wow, they're right. This is kind of nice. What are they doing right? You know, that's definitely something you want to take. But whatever they were doing right, they stopped doing it. Yeah. You know, I want to see that guy try to headbutt him.
Or maybe, I feel like in my opinion, they did too much of it. I don't want to get fucking political.
Here's the thing. Well, let's talk about what you're talking about. You, an Arab man, were slighting the Arabs in Europe, or do you not?
Yeah, I was definitely.
Why? By the way,
they all fucking suck, man. They fucking ruined the UK.
I hear that from
when
German
I travel
Turks all the time.
Out of my Arab country, I want to go to a country without seeing any.
I want white people. Where are the white people?
You actually don't need to interact with
fucking ass, man.
We have more serial killers.
I just want to avoid my own kind and just relax a bit.
We have more serial killers, but London has the most famous one, and not even counts, so it evens out.
Yeah, it evens out. We catch our
killers. Jack the Ripper. Yeah,
Jack the Ripper. He was Prince Edward. I want to see the Arab guy. Yeah, but you know, I got to be honest with you. Like, I hear a lot of Turks aren't Arabs. Turks and Arabs, like you can get to two ways. Like there's some Turks that like to be called, some Turks that defends them. But I know it offends all fucking. It offends all. I heard there's like a dividing line in old Constantinople over there, Istanbul. You know, where you can where like you have that sort of, it's like an east meets west thing. That's like the dividing line is Istanbul. You know, because there's some parts of Turkey that are super European-esque, you know, and Turkey is beautiful.
No, definitely.
The water is beautiful. And Turkey's great, you know. There's a lot of fine chicks there too. Turkish girls, some of them can be good. They got their acquired taste, but you gotta. There's some beautiful, beautiful women. Actually, I hope she doesn't watch my show. There's a girl I met. She's probably like 30 now. She used to work at the Irish pub over here, and my wife is friendly with her, and I could say that. One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, like drop dead gorgeous, you know. But she's God, that was like 10 years ago. I haven't seen her in 10 years. I haven't seen her since Tommy was a baby. Speaking of, he's going to be 10 in about 6 months. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Time flies.
You want to hear something else too? I don't get too far into my kids before we get into the YouTube drama. Since he started playing football in 2022. We have, and I have all of them, we checked, because we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 pairs of football boots. We have bought him, on average, a pair of new football boots every 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps growing, right?
Well, here's the thing. Like, he's like, I was like, I want a pair of Predators, right? And it's just like, how do I justify buying Predators for a fucking 9-year-old? So we bought him another pair today. We went downtown. We bought him another pair today.
No, I mean, like he's approaching puberty, so like, he's just gonna keep growing and growing. It's just normal.
Do they celebrate a Dominik Hasek Day in the Czech Republic? Because I might go there for that. I only got to see Hasek play in person once. Did I get to see him? I think I saw him play once. Yeah, I saw him in the old black and white Buffalo Sabres jersey. The Ottoman Empire was fucked. Yeah, but so was fucking,
Whoops.
So was 15th century England. Depends on what you know about. Yeah, no kidding. I love watching this Arab guy. My fucking phone back, you motherfucker.
Yeah, the thing is, Tommy, a bit more context.
What?
Some poor Saudi kid got fucking stabbed.
Oh, wow. Oh, maybe this guy's taking no chances. Maybe he's pissed.
Yeah, this guy's kind of like avenging. It's kind of like, fuck this. I'm not fucking dying.
No, but nobody should fucking have to tolerate that. I mean, what the fuck is wrong?
And like most of these kids are just fucking students.
Uh-huh.
All they do is just go there and study.
This guy, imagine just going there and just like fucking getting robbed. The worst thing is they can't cut their hands off like they do in your program.
And also like in Saudi Arabia, for example, it's unbelievably safe.
Hey, Ruthless Rosie, you want to watch a game tonight? Because I think I'm going to be around. Maybe the Red Bulls can They have to score like 45 goals and win, and then they'll make the goddamn thing. But we'll watch that tonight. I'll be in the Glory Hunter server. Yeah, let's get into business. Let's start this off. Let's start this Mutahar thing off, right? Yeah, I'll see you tonight there, Rosie.
Now that said, fuck Mutahar and everything he gets, he deserves, unless it's false information. But if you did fake being an engineer, exaggerate your shit, fuck you. You're friends with Nux? Fuck you. You lied about cancer? Fuck you. You deserve everything you're getting if that stuff's real. And I will enjoy watching you get it. Fuck you.
I can honestly say, having worked with him during the time, he really hated Muta. So Mutahar finally responded to this. Finally, Boogie. But Boogie's pissed. This right here, this is Steven. No Boogie. 100%.
Now that said, fuck Mutahar and everything he gets, he
he's mad about stolen valor, right, Goblin?
deserves, unless it's false information. But if you did fake being an engineer, exaggerate your shit, fuck you. You're friends with Nux? Fuck you. You lied about cancer? Fuck you. You deserve everything you're getting if that stuff's real. And I will enjoy watching.
Look how intense he is. Look at he's not
watching you get it. Fuck you.
It could be acting. It's fucking book.
Not this time. No, because I can tell when he's acting. He acts passive when he's acting. Boogie is actually quite aggressive. Like person to person. He's not. He's what do you call it? He's passive aggressive, but very passive aggressive. An emphasis on the aggressive part. But yeah, he really hates him. You lied about cancer.
Also, this could also just be bait, just to kind of get Muta to respond to him.
I don't think Muta lied about cancer, but he has definitely used cancer to get sympathy. 100%.
Yeah, no, definitely.
100%. 100%. I think that's the calories. No, man, he really hates Mutahar. I was with him. You weren't. I'm telling you. Medine. So Muta's respond to the engineer.
All right, guys, we're gonna watch the full apology video, right?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm sure he'll handle this.
It seems a pretty foolproof way of isolating kiddies from adults. Now, I use the E word over there, and I want to just start talking a little bit. I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really quickly. So, obviously, I have been calling myself an engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can call it. And, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout...
I could swear. I didn't have too many, private conversations with him. I couldn't prove it, But I'm just telling you what my memory. I could have swore he told me he went to university. I wouldn't bet my life on it. I wouldn't like swear in my kid's eyes or anything. I could have swore he told me he was in university, like and insinuated he graduated to me privately. Don't know that for. I wouldn't bet anything on it. Certainly can't prove it, but I could have swore he told me that.
I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or licensed engineer. Now, I made a lot of videos in the past where I've taught you guys about computer safety, cybersecurity, a lot of this stuff, and I think that content stands up on its own. And I believe it actually can be used, and people have learned from it, and I think that's great. Now, if you...
Yeah, but that's not the criticism, is it, Muta?
Yeah, you claim
the criticism is deceptiveness.
If you feel wronged that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree-holding engineer, then for that I do apologize. And I will denigrate myself to, I guess, programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about computers. That's...
You have a degree in that?
Well, he did a degree to become a programmer as well, so hey.
What I'll leave it at. And that's pretty much all I have.
That's where he'll leave it at. But he doesn't leave it at that.
To say. Now, again, if you want to stick around.
That's not going to leave it at that. Now, again.
around, awesome. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a fuck. Simple as that. Now, again.
This seems like a reasonable take to have after a stream. And then you said you were an engineer. And then you could just come back and say, look, and say, like, look, I didn't mean that literally as far as the degree is concerned. But okay, fair enough, I'll give you that. But if you don't like it, fuck off. He's got a 10-year period where he's doing this shit. And it's one of those things. Like, I think Muta was pretty much okay with you believing that he had some kind of degree. I mean, is that really off?
He would talk about higher education.
Yeah, all the time. And he's just a fucking...
We talk about higher education.
Yeah, he's just a dropout like me. And by the way, I know people have dropped out and did better than they would if they won. God, all the people I know.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Do you know I have friends still paying off their fucking student loans?
That being said, if anything else comes out...
I'm almost 50.
Out of this, whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it, and we'll call it at that.
There's the threat.
And that's a threat.
That was unwise. That was unwise.
Yeah.
First of all, you just handed everybody fucking content. You literally could have just said, "I never meant that literally," even though that's totally unbelievable. But it's nothing you can prove one way or another, right? It's more like, you want to take NIKANDROS' content, it's a word for it, and you want to take your for it, I'll leave it up to you. But then he goes to the next step.
What's that? Now, again, that being said, if anything else comes out of this, whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it, and we'll call it at that.
Wrong about that one.
What's that?
Yeah, it's not a threat. He's talking about, so like in Canada, you need to be a licensed computer engineer. It's legal to claim to be an engineer.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying here. No, let's listen again. Listen to him again.
But that being said, I want to move forward, and that's pretty much the engineered response that I had to give. And that being said, let's look even further into what's going on the other side of the world. Whether there be some legal stuff. That being said, if anything else comes out of this, whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it, and we'll call it at that.
Yeah, it is. So
like
you're just saying let the lawyers. You're taking it like let the lawyers. I'll let the lawyers handle my defense. I'm taking it as offense. And I think it's like everything with Moody. You can take it one way. Fine.
Yeah, take it both ways.
You see what I mean? Yeah, it's like everything with him. Is he an engineer? Like it's. Yeah, he might mean it just like the way you took it for sure, and he might mean it the way I think.
Is he gay? Who knows?
Who knows? So I'm not going to get into this because I was listening to Nick. Apparently, Harmful Opinions put out that he's cheating on his wife with a guy or something like that. Or the other one was, I don't even know, like with Mexpo. And then he had a terminally ill girlfriend that he was like blowing off or treating like shit or what. I don't know how much of it's true. It isn't. I'm not really going to cover it. It's definitely funny.
It's not.
It's just like, because I don't know what's true, what isn't now. And I guess they're all pushing Nick to cover it in his stream. And they're all pushing, but as it turned out, apparently, Harmful Opinions got it wrong, and they put out this mega apology. But I'm like, Nick, I don't know if this is a like. So you heard this. This is the way Muta deals with getting things wrong, compared to, and the super tat is more money than Muta will ever pay in fines. Yeah, exactly, Nesquik. Everybody with this, you're going to jail. Shit. We're gonna get into shoehorning and overplaying your hand real soon. You'll say, because even me just saying that, I was like, I don't know. I think that's a little over the top. Seems to, even with 133 viewers, seems to activate people that are I'm beneath. We'll get into that in a minute, but Harmful Opinions put this out of nowhere in the middle of the night. Well, my middle of the night. Here it is.
This video is going to seem like a joke, considering it's the first thing I've uploaded since Mutahar's response to recent
and that's what I thought it was, and I'm still not sure it isn't
drama, but I assure you it is absolutely not. I'd like to apologize unreservedly to Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers and Ryan of Nexpo, as well as you, the viewer. This video has not been prompted in any way by any third party. I just decided this evening to check for information in a couple places I didn't, and it turns out I screwed the pooch. I went full retard. I did exactly what I would tear someone else apart for. I got a few pieces that seemed like they fit together, and instead of continuing to check and make sure, I boldly threw what I had out there, and even laughed at other people.
Sounds like it's hard to take him seriously. Like, you don't know. Thanks, John. Now I don't feel as retarded, because I was totally waiting for the other shoe to drop, but I'm not sure. I think it's a double thing. I think he made the mistake, and I also think I'll show you how to apologize, not this half-assed thing that you did. This is the right way to do it, and in that way, he still kind of digs. Yeah, he digs Mutahar by doing the thing that the Mutahar was supposed to do, but he also got it wrong. So it's like it kind of kills two birds. That's the way I'm taking it.
This time, I'm the joke. A link to my previous video with corrections in the description can be found below, but I'll summarize the problems here to try my best to correct what I've done wrong. I shared a clip of Mutahar talking about making out with his friend Ryan at his friend Kyle's wedding while he was in a relationship with a woman who was unhappy about that happening. I also shared a clip of Mutahar talking to Ryan of Nexpo about making out or potentially sucking his dick because he is so blackout drunk he won't remember it. Confirmation.
I've been drunk before, but
bias got the better of me.
Yeah.
I went, okay, light bulb, that's the Ryan. However, having taken more time to look into it, which I should have before publishing,
I can honestly say, like, oh my, people say like, oh, I got so drunk and I woke up next to this ugly girl. That is never that is literally never happened to me. No, that has never happened to me. Here's what I did. The last girl at the party was ugly, but she was clearly willing to sleep with me. I slept with her, and then I told everybody the next day, like, I don't know what happened. I just ended up with Ben. Isn't that crazy? So you don't think I chose her. I've done that one.
Talking about immigrants adapting, Tommy.
Yeah,
really adapted, man.
Oh, I have no idea how I got there. Yeah, she had a fucking pussy between her legs, you stupid ass. I've seen other guys do that, pull that move too. I've never gotten that. If I ever got that drunk, right? Oh yeah, let's say I did. Yeah. I couldn't move. I had to be carried somewhere or something. Like when I was a fucking teenager or something.
Well, I've been you weren't like never carried into some guy's ass.
If any, no, it's funny how that never happened. You know, I fuck a fat girl, but never fucked a guy. You know.
A video, I no longer think that's clear and think there may be a different Ryan, who I found mentioned in older videos. Additionally, I said I suspected Kyle's wedding where this gay cheating occurred was a 2019 wedding that Mutahar had mentioned in a video. This is absolutely not the case, and Kyle's wedding occurred in 2017. Further,
you get the wrong wedding.
Supporting the idea that the Ryan Mutahar made out with while having a girlfriend may not have been Nexpo, unless Mutahar knew him somehow before he started doing YouTube, which I haven't seen to be the case. Additionally, I showed a clip of Mutahar talking to Dr. K.
You know what this is a case of too? It probably was so because Mutahar's probably making up so many fucking stories that it confused everybody.
Hey, about a girlfriend he'd had who was supposedly terminally ill, having end-of-life care with serious heart condition.
That's the thing for anybody that's doing videos on Mutahar. You want to really think about that. He's lying so much he could confuse you and then actually get you to basically put yourself in harmful opinions situation.
I suggested this could have been the girl.
You can't keep track of all the bullshit.
Girlfriend he had at the time of Kyle's wedding, but now that I've found that details of Kyle's wedding actually are online, and it was in 2017, that must be incorrect. An absolute embarrassment. I don't know what I was doing not putting in the time.
I'm not that embarrassed.
I needed to. And
it would be funny if Muta was actually gay, and he like kissed dudes at both weddings.
Yeah.
And he would have to like take back the apology.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious?
It's fucking hilarious is right. No, you're supposed to bang the bridesmaid.
Again, apologize unreservedly to Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers and Ryan of Nexpo. I'm not sure how likely it is that either of you will see this, and I don't expect forgiveness given how intensely I went at and have been going at Mutahar, but I am genuinely ashamed of my lack of due diligence in this instance. Of course, actions speak louder than words. To demonstrate my remorse and my understanding of how badly I've failed here, not just with regard to the two public figures I've wronged, but also my duty to you, the audience, I will not be covering any further developments in this or anything to do with Some Ordinary Gamers beyond looking at other people's coverage on stream, because given my terrible performance in that previous video, I don't think it's reasonable to expect anyone to trust me when I publish original coverage. It's good to check things yourself and you shouldn't trust blindly, but that's not the reality of how people watch YouTube. Trust is a major factor. I've been presenting myself in a way that I simply didn't live up to in that last video.
Actually, you could build up enough trust and then just start lying. Making shit up. Or get something wrong and pretend you didn't.
Someone pretends to be something
if you have enough trust.
They're not. It would be ridiculous and wrong just to expect everyone to overlook that. Should something worth talking about come up in future, it will have to be after I believe I've earned the right to expect your trust back. I will make no defense of my mistakes. There is no defense. It was simply wrong not to take the time I should have. I was cocky, aggressive, arrogant, and negligent. I deserve all of the mockery I directed at Mutahar in that last video, and more. And while I stand behind the videos before the last one, they cannot be weighed against these mistakes. You cannot say, sorry I did something wrong, but look at all this good I did. Good behavior doesn't buy you the right to do something wrong now and then, as a treat. If anything, it only makes it worse, because it means there's a bunch of stuff that's worthwhile that your mistake undermines people's ability to trust. And
this YouTube drama stuff is intense.
Want to engage with. I present myself as competent and having an eye for.
By the way, I'm not making fun of him doing it. I think he kind of had to do this. It's just the intensity and the fact that he has such a good command of the language and his voice. And it's still
maybe he's
funny.
like an engineer of like commentary or something.
Commentary engineer, yeah.
Detail. I talk as if I'm better than those I'm covering, but in that last video, that was absolutely not the case. It might come across as weird that I'm saying so much, and I'm not trying to self-flagellate or something, but if I don't make it clear that I know everything I have to be sorry for, why on earth would you believe I'm sorry at all? Not to say it's merely about convincing you.
Yeah, it is kind of fucking rough. You apologize for something, and like, oh, you didn't do it right, but if you keep your mouth shut, then, you know, it's like, it's no one... Never apologize for anything.
In fact, I'm sure many of you do not care either way. You just like a video that'll give you a laugh. But it's not about you feeling offended or feeling wronged. It's about what I did being wrong. I am sorry for what I did wrong. And once again, I apologize unreservedly.
It's the most autistic apology I ever heard, but God, it's really well written.
Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers and Ryan of Nexpo.
It's amazing.
I mean, like, this should be a how-to. Should be like used as a how-to guide on how to apologize for like a YouTube video. It's really good.
I've seen conspiracy that I posted that I engineered an opportunity to do an apology video on the basis that I put this together immediately after hearing Muta's response. Oh, this is my theory. Yeah, this is mine.
Okay, yeah.
That the idea of an apology starts with this guy cheats on women and likely sucks dick, but I was probably wrong exactly who and when it was at the time, is very unusual. That the apology itself can be seen tied as a satire attacking Mutahar's apology. That I already was bored of this. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that too there. This is not correct. And these details are generally coincidental. Okay, at least what I did was simply wrong. It was wrong. I'm not going to say it wasn't. I'm sorry. I don't want to make sure people. So this guy's saying absolutely not. There's no satirical element here.
I still don't believe it.
Do you still think it's satire?
I think it is an apology.
Well, it doesn't cease to be.
He took an opportunity to take a shot.
It does. Well, he's denying that. He's saying that right here. This is not the case. It doesn't cease to be satire when you say, like, you can't say it's satire when you go, no, for real. You know, I mean, he's kind of saying this is not real. This is like, none of that's true.
Yeah, all right, fuck it. I don't know. It's just it's a really good apology.
This is a man that wore a camera, and when security guards tried to take it away from him, he told him he was a sex offender. He had to wear it. I mean, this is a person with principles.
It's the fucking gay Riddler. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm a sex offender.
The fucking gay Riddler, bro.
All the time. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, sir. It's gay Riddler. I like the gay Riddler. Well, if I'm wrong, you know what it is? It's his voice. It's so intense that it does sort of sound satirical. I'm gonna take this guy is really super. You know what? I'll tell you something. With the candid stuff, going back in his history, no, I have to believe it. And I'll tell you why. Because, and I've said this publicly, so now I'm kind of like doubting myself. This guy is one of the most, if not the most, principled YouTubers I've ever run into. So no, I don't think it's satirical at all. I think he meant every word of it. He's just an intense dude.
Now here's the thing, Tommy.
Yeah.
Whenever you praise another YouTuber, they turn out to be the worst fucking person ever.
Probably gonna be making videos. He is autistic, from what I hear. Well, I'm not getting to know. I'm not going to try to be his friend. I'm not trying to fucking get to know him. So yeah, probably make.
Yeah, but like literally every time you say, "Oh, this guy's great," oh no, he got accused of sexual assault.
I never said John Swan was great, did I?
No.
It has been true. There's guys that I like. Well, yeah, Mutahar.
Yeah.
No, it does seem. It's not when I say they're personally great. I'm usually good on that. It's when I say their content's great. That's what gets them.
Mm-hmm.
Gets them. When I say their content's great, that's when they turn out to be horrible people. Yeah.
So knock on wood. Hopefully, harmful opinions is all right.
Yeah. Hopefully, he'll be fine. I have no relationship with him, but I do. The whole canon thing showed me that he was a really principled dude. Well, harmful. All right. Oh, hold on. The video struck down. Maybe not this. The video struck down super fast. I successfully appealed it super fast. Lol. YouTube accepting appeal. Incredibly rare sight. Yeah. I wonder who. Here you go. You can
I think like it must have been just YouTube. It's just YouTube trying to like deal with the whole shit with the UK, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Gay. All right, so now you can watch. When we watched NIKANDROS' video, I basically said it was a good video as far as like getting the point across and showing that Mood is kind of a fake. And I stand by that. But I also said it was a little intense and weird, and it has to do with a weird experience that I had with him in some ways. And then he kind of hints that he's gonna still. I kind of thought he was hinting that he's gonna go with the pet allegations. So we'll see. We'll see if he does or not. But he apparently got really upset because this guy's a big YouTuber now. He's big. He's the man. We're not NIKANDROS. He is not by any stretch a Mutahar A-logger that's just like some weird autistic guy from wherever the fuck he's from. Well, actually, I know where he's from. But, and it's not like somebody calls me that knew him and told him that he's not the most well-adjusted person on the planet. And going by like everything's Mutahar in his channel, you might come to that conclusion. But all that being said and all that being known, I said, all right, the video is good, but I didn't like this. I didn't like that. That hurt his feelings, I guess. So we got the same old stuff. Tommy C blabbed and leaked on stream that Mutahar's wife has been complaining to him about his relatives, complaining to him that his relatives are telling him Mutahar's a pet. And Tommy speculates my next video will throw pet allegations at him. Well, here's the thing. When you called me, first of all, there's nothing to leak because there's no agreement between me and Doe that this is somehow private information. There's another thing too. When your husband and you sit there and try to make me out to be a fucking ped, and you have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever, even if this conversation was somehow private, which it wasn't, you lose that privacy with me. So screw her. So, and here's the best part, Nick. I'm pretty sure I told this story back in January when you called in. I've told this. That was not the first time I told that story. So this whole narrative, it's public. It's public knowledge that I thought it was fucked up. That she's coming to me, telling me like, and I was so empathetic for that. You know, the relatives are calling him a ped, right? And I don't look. I'm not going to say. You know what? I'm not even going down that road because that was my whole problem with NIKANDROS' call because I'm not committing to this shit, right? Like you're gonna your mind's going to be blown how I came to this conclusion that the next video might be like pet allegations. I know it's like these people actively defy common sense. They instead of it's common sense, it's like no. I'm going to nitpick. I'm going to split hairs. So Tommy C or Tommy GTP is known to hallucinate things sometimes. Well, I guess we're not going to get an attack on anything or debunking of anything I actually said about the video. Yeah. We're going to go, he's a drunk, he's a this, here's a that. But in that case, that's true. Let me clear things up quickly. Excuse me. That is not a thing that is happening. There's no evidence or reason for me to claim Mutahar was a ped. And here's the thing. You know what these autistic guys, there is no such thing as like saying something hyperbolic. No such thing. Everything is to be taken literally. Okay, buddy. And it's driving me fucking insane. It's a way to nitpick and okay. That doesn't mean my next video won't be an expose of Mutahar and the person, a different person who undeniably knowingly profited from harming children. So he said, this is definitely not going to be a ped. And then he turns around and he sits there and says, for harming children. I can't, was he, I don't know. Was he telling him to fucking, to get a better version of DLC of Minecraft, to like take a bath with a toaster? So I wonder, like, you know what this sounds like to me, NIKANDROS? It sounds like you're about to shoehorn something. Yeah, it does. And I got news. That's what it sounds like. This is common sense. You're about to shoehorn something. Will you directly call him a pedophile? I could see something like this. You fucking say everything and walk up to the line, right? And then, but I didn't say the word pedophile. This guy's funny. So he's harming children. I was not going to watch a video. It wasn't going to be for this ped stuff because I figured that was the way he was going. If I'm wrong, okay. We'll see, but it's not an unreasonable conclusion to come with. He undeniably profited from harming children on a large scale. Here's what these guys, Queeman, J-Stock, NIKANDROS, all these friggin' Chud orbiters, they could turn recording somebody unlawfully to rape. So I'm really imagine what's he going to shoehorn? What's he going to turn into harming children? Hold on a second. How is that different? How is that different too than the idiot, those stupid English kids a couple of years ago that me and Nick had to deal with? These guys, they'll probably blow the case. They'll probably get, who knows? You might even get Mutahar some sympathy. You know? Yeah. So what were you saying before you interrupted?
So I think this is just going to be about Nux. He's going to talk about Nux.
So he's harming children by watching.
Yeah. So like Nux with the whole lolly shit.
So how does that harm children? Yeah. Well, how does recording somebody illegally equal rape? This is rape. This is recording somebody illegally. But no, they're going to shoot it.
This is just like a fucking guess on
my
part.
Apparently,
probably going to play.
Apparently, who cares? Apparently, it was just completely unreasonable for me to come to this conclusion, especially after he called in. Hold on a second. By the way, so I do an entire stream in December, right? Talking about me and my personal thing. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned what she was talking because I was furious with Mutahar. He was totally throwing me on the bus in front of Turkey Tom. And then we'd find out a couple months later that he was throwing me on the bus to Mama Max before he stabbed Mama Max in the back, after stabbing me in the back, right? So I was pissed off about it. And Chud said, he was probably talking about you on that podcast. There's somebody that was supporting pedophiles. And I looked at it and I said, Chud, you're right. So Nux calls in. I spent the entire thing talking about me personally, not the greater issue, nothing that's going on besides this. It just me and Nick, and that's it. That's all I'm talking about for an hour and 40 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes. My personal interactions with Doe, the whole nine. An hour and 40 minutes. And this is the call I got. I don't know. NIKANDROS, how are you?
Hello.
How can I help you, sir?
Well, basically, you said that you don't know what the involvement.
No, I don't. I'm not saying you weren't involved. I'm just not familiar with it.
Sure. So, Actually, the Mutahar uses a lot of footage from my video. Well, not a lot, but some amount of footage from my videos in the Nux video. So, for example, there's like the there were like issues with thumbnails, and you can see like this flashing pixelated collection of like thumbnails flashing by. That's footage from my video.
Okay, I'm not trying to be rude here. What's that got to do with my stream? Everybody's an A-logger, and you're gonna see this ego thing. He thinks he is something else, right?
Yeah, he's the fucking second coming.
I'm not trying to be a douche here.
No, don't worry about that. But it's like
because this whole thing is a little more personal. The whole stream was personal. The whole thing.
Yeah, I'm mad at Mutahar.
I'm mad at Mutahar. That's the name of the stream. This is not one of those jokey headlines. I am mad at Mutahar. I'm mad.
Not fucking
you know what it is? They all get together and they get in their discords and they fucking do their gay ops and they think everybody's like them. This is my thing. Yeah. I don't care about that other shit. That's you guys. That's your life, not my life. I talked about my life. You guys do your thing, but you work in groups. You know, Tommy speculates my next video be about pet allegations. I don't know. Like, what a crazy conclusion to come to.
Well, sure, but it's kind of related to the reason why this whole thing happened. Because
I'm not doing why this whole thing. The subject of the stream is not why this whole thing happened. The subject of the stream is a podcast that he did in 2022, where he appears to say that there's a bunch of creators out there that are just calling Mama Max cringe, and on top of that, some of them are probably kind of tolerant. Can anybody guess for a second? Can you guess why one of the reasons that I'm not covering this stuff, other than maybe I've said in the past, but scratch that. Maybe I've said in the past that this is the kind of stuff I kind of want to avoid. Right, especially after the pyro thing. Do you have any logical idea why I don't want to fucking go there? Vault?
No. Probably because you actually had to be right about it. You had to be
because he's fucking rich.
Also, yeah, he's fucking rich.
He's fucking loaded. Are you fucking crazy? I will let the guys that live with their parents and think they have nothing to lose. I have something to lose. I have skin in the game. I have 2 children. Yeah. I do value my reputation. I'm not so deluded and delusional that I can double and triple and quadruple down like flamenco, which I think a lot of what these guys are. And I'm interested to see what happens with NIKANDROS going. I really wonder if this is a flamenco situation. He strikes gold and then just goes too fucking far. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
Also, fucking perfect example of the fucking stalkers of Ethan. They're all getting sued now by Ethan.
Yeah.
Perfect fucking example.
I'm sure this guy lives with his parents. I'm sure I'd be shocked if he had any fucking job or ever had a job, and I'm sure he lives this autistically through and through. And those things don't enter his fucking brain. Now, when you can't grasp common sense and everything has to be literal, I could see why you could come to this conclusion. The only critic of Mama Max at that time was me. That's the subject of the stream. Anything outside of that, I think has been covered to death by other YouTubers. I haven't covered any of it. I just give a synopsis. And by the way, how polite am I being? Which is unusual.
Very
in the beginning of why he was in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I was actually pretty bummed out by this.
Okay, I just had stuff about the Mutahar situation, but
I was basically covering how it affected me. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not familiar with all ins and outs. I understand that he was kind of outspoken about the art that he supposedly was watching with. I'm even being careful about what I say because A, I don't know, and B, I don't want to get sued. Taco. And by the way, he's got the kind of money. He's got the kind of money to sue me. And here's the thing. Even if I'm right, even if I win, I'm going to put my family through that shit? Are you fucking crazy? Now, you guys that live with your parents and go right ahead.
Just ask Carl, man.
He's a furry too? Shocking. I'm just
No
Look, I talked about myself, my person. I did not want, this was not an opportunity to jump on and join a gay op and enjoy, what do they call it, a pile-on or some flame war or whatever. I hate that shit. I actually hate that shit. And I hate the fact that if you don't join these fucking things, because I've avoided them back in the old kooky right-wing Medicare days, and I avoid them now. With all the Chuds rejects and the DGG, you have to get on board with us on everything, or else
you're either with us or
you're a moron. Now, give me a break. Like I mostly do a comedy show. It's like a Howard Stern thing, and then I cover commentators because they find a bunch of goofy motherfuckers. I'm not as drilled in as others. So to speak. So I don't know.
We don't have to.
Okay.
You know, if there's nothing to talk about, then we don't need to talk.
Okay. All right. Take care.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Matt, do you know who that was? No idea who that was.
No clue. No clue.
I have no idea.
I haven't kept up with the Mutahar drama that well.
This might be, it might be ironic. I think this is Matt's last show.
Yeah.
And if you watch today, Matt is now.
It's like one big circle.
Matt will probably never be on Shop from the Point again, which is sad. Maybe he'll come on my birthday stream, but he's not.
I think he will. I honestly think he will.
I'm sure he'll come out in some aspect, but he's never going to host again. He's never going to do what we did and put the show together. I think those days are over. Yeah, this is. I'm sorry. This is about me. Yeah, I think this is Matt's last show. This is it. How ironic. The stars are aligning for me as usual. I understand he fucked up. So I gave the synopsis in the beginning, and I pointed out, and I'm basically asking, who the fuck were you talking about? Wow, Matt, you're lazy.
Well, I mean, there was a Reddit, and then I thought Hassan started. Didn't Hassan start all this? I thought that was Hassan. He made a comment, and then Muta made a video.
No, Hassan said something really awful. He said basically that he was running around with guys that basically what I said about him, and although I was right about him and Ethan, he basically said about us. He's running around with like crypto now. The same old stuff from Hassan. Everybody's a Nazi type of thing. That whole thing. So this is basically the most harsh that I criticized NIKANDROS. I was like, I don't know if I do that, and I don't know. Maybe it's probably going to be some ped stuff, whatever, right? So this guy Derpy, I don't know. I don't know Derpy. I don't know why you're getting so upset about the whole fucking thing. You're a fan, and I love you. You're a fan. I don't feel like I like when people defend me. I'd be lying if I didn't, but whatever. All right. So I just found the whole thing funny. I'm not going to say he's ped, but I'm going to say he's harming children. Okay, LOL. So I finally get a comment, and then we're going to go with the sort of word of brain. They're going to go with what works. They're not going to say anything. They're not going to tell you what I got wrong. They're not going to say how I got it wrong. They're going to do the same thing. Is there a single language you can actually understand? I wrote back. I go, you're in the big boys club. Get used to being made fun of, and hearing, in my case, a light criticism of your video. Right? So because that's where this whole thing, it must have, because I was one and done with him. And I mostly said it was good. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Because the constantly saying engineer. And you know what? Fucking make your own video. I'm so tired of this J-Stalk crap. Like, Willie Mac, you got to do the video this way and this way and this way. I'm not going to do that to him. I give you my opinion and you can fucking take it or leave it. But obviously, it's getting under old Nick's skin a little bit. Which, you know what I'm seeing? A glimpse of the lolcow gene. A glimpse. Because why would you fucking care? Why would you care? No amount of playing dumb or gaslighting is going to make you any less funny and weird. And his voice is weird, and you can see how awkward he is when he called in. And that's the vibe I got from him. Hey, I've never taken issue with people punching upwards. The guy just got 100K video.
Yeah, he's fucking John Swan now. He's the next John Swan.
Oh, Jesus! Thanks for your permission. 100K video. Who the fuck do you think you are? And you know what this sounds like to me? Flamenco. It sounds like flamenco. But you're functionally illiterate. If your takeaway from my attacks is that Mutahar is harming children, also, and obviously, listen to this. This is a joke. I'm making light of what he said. I think he can't even see because he's so fucking autistic. I'm not going to say he's bad, but I'm going to say he's harmed children. Okay, fair. Right? That's a light jab. It's not to be taken literally. He's going to fuck something up if he's this uptight. Guarantee it. Right? He's using a voice changer? I can see. But your functionality, if you take away, is the text harming children. Also, you can harm children without being a pedophile. Really? Really? If you hit the man in the head with a fucking shovel and not molest them at the same time? Well, thanks for telling me, NIKANDROS.
Just run them over?
Yeah. So I'm really interested to see how you say he's harming children outside of pedophilia, sex, or lolly or something. I'm so wait for this this YouTube effort. You know, Turkey Tom did this once too. With Pyrocynical. Much as I love Turkey Tom, love him to death. Right? Actually, he sent me something this weekend I wanted to cover, and I forgot to fucking bring it up. Damn it. But the second Pyro video went too far.
Yeah, he pulled back.
It went too far. He didn't get it. He didn't get enough from him. He wanted to fucking end him. If you go into this,
we saw fucking harmful opinion.
If you go into this commentary, I think it over and over again for the last 10 years. All right, if you go in this to try to end people and cancel people, it usually comes back. It usually boomerangs. And on Tom, his biggest mistake is he wanted blood. It's not always a wise thing. Also, you can harm children makes any sense. So I wrote back, you might be right. Being autistic and selectively taking everything literally that I joked about in your post. That might not make sense to the afflicted. Or the new guy is crashing out on Twitter because he can't take being goofed on even lightly. And if none of that is true, you'll still be okay. Telling yourself you're smart and everyone else makes no sense is always a good way of coping with discomfort online. I'll leave you be now. Good luck. Now, I don't know, maybe Derpy here said that it was going to be about ped stuff. I never really did it, but I don't think it's unreasonable with his background, the stuff that's what it's going to be. Here's another thing. Let's say he does do ped stuff, and he's right. And then he's right. What's right is right. Right, Jimmy? Yeah. He's right. Maybe he's right. I don't fucking know. You sound a little nervous about this shit. I would be. But you need to be careful. I hate covering this stuff. Because I fucking went all in with Tom in the second video. And then I ended up being in Pyro's video. Fuck. Not exactly. So, but I'm sure these guys, they're so arrogant. They don't think they can get anything wrong. They think they'll be invincible or whatever. And when they actually do get something wrong, double, quadruple down. And this guy's always he's already walking around like he's a big YouTuber. One of his videos finally hit. And maybe it's because it's good. It's also timing too. Like people are sick of MUTAHAR's shit. They're sick of it. And here's the thing, they might, hey, your video is great, but you're also a weird, creepy, autistic A-logger.
Yeah, you made like fucking 50 videos on Muta. So
yeah, I know. So you're all weird here. It's like, yeah, the Muta's fucked, but so you're fucking weird. You know, dude, you're on top of the world. Why would you bring me up? I'm a dying YouTuber. I know. Even the dying YouTuber, you can't deal with that. So like, and what was the point? Why did you say like, Tommy said I was doing this, and here's why he got it wrong. He was like, Tommy's hallucinating. Everything's some kind of gaslighting thing. He's drunk. He's hallucinating. He's old. He has dementia. It's never what I say. Never what I say. And here's the thing. I'm entitled to speculate about this, and I'm showing everybody right now that it's completely reasonable speculation with your A-logging, with your really weird, uncomfortable phone call. I mean, an hour and 40 minutes, and I don't bring up that shit once with the Nux Taku, and you're like, here, I'm going to fill you in on it. I'm like, I'm not covering that. It's really funny. Here's the thing. This doesn't mean the next video. I'd say, this is another thing he said. So he had to get another little cute dig on me. I think I forgot to read it. Then first one. Why did he fail to do so? As far as I could tell, it's more about him being ashamed of being in close proximity to this person for years. Like what? Here's the thing about that. He's bitching about me fucking speculating. So he came up with an idea why I criticize his video, because I'm ashamed of being with MUTAHAR. He's certainly entitled to that. It's fucking ridiculous. I think I've talked to him 3 times online. We were in the same area, but he's literally freaking out and then about the thing that I'm doing, and then he fucking does it at the end here.
So he makes a baseless assumption.
He makes a baseless assumption saying your thing is a baseless assumption. And that's the thing. Your assumption is absolutely baseless. My assumption is based on your past and your phone call. And, oh, by the way, I got a message from somebody that knows you, and they told me you're not very well adjusted, and I trust them. So it's not totally out of the realm of possibility that you're nuts. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. Feel free. I'm not 100% sold on it. But you sound weird. You talk weird. I know it's a voice changer. It's a voice changer, and the fact, and I got to be honest with you, the fact that if that's true, then you are weird.
Yeah,
that weird with your divergent sexuality.
Because My Little Pony too.
Yeah. Really? No, is that true?
I just made that up. No. I just made that up.
My Little Pony.
But it's a pretty good assumption, though.
Yeah,
My Little Pony kind of does lead up to it.
I'm gonna make an assumption. You have a bunch of stuffed teddy bears, and they all have holes in them. And they're sticky inside. That's a baseless assumption. How about that? Fucking degenerates. I sit there and say, I don't like that. I don't know if I would have done that if I were him. Tommy's hallucinating. All right, good luck, motherfucker. Because now I got my eye on you. And if you fuck up, guaranteed you'll be on SFTP. So see you around. Okay, now we're switching gears back to Mutahar. Right?
Yeah.
We have not reviewed this. So we're going to do some on-air research, and I am only doing certain areas.
I mean, we could jump ahead if you want.
I jump ahead where though? All right, I'm gonna recommend this video. Accounting and You, Carl Jobst and Mutahar don't know what they're doing, and I have to admit, when the stuff was coming out about Mutahar, well, basically, I would say back in January, it was kind of starting to think, if and Billy Mitchell thing, like maybe these guys weren't as a bunch of YouTubers in over their heads. Now, I'm not saying he was. I'm not saying I don't know how accurate this guy. I don't know what he has 300 subscribers. He claims he's an accountant. Wouldn't it be funny? We've done this before. Wouldn't it be funny? We found out this guy's not an accountant, and it wouldn't be the first time it happened, right? But essentially, what he's saying is the criticisms of Open Hand and other things were good, but they didn't do a good job. Let's listen to see about the golf club. The golf event was a big thing. So we'll watch that, and then we'll go to his final conclusions. And then I can recommend the video after that. I'll recommend it. I don't got time to go through an hour and a half of this shit. These are the details. I want to know what his conclusions are, right? And if I want to know the details. But I'm not saying this video is bad. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. I just want to make that clear. But I'm just here to hear people out. I'm here. This particular case, I'm going to hear him out. So let's go.
Well made. It's a pretty well made video.
Oh yeah, I heard it once. Yeah. What a bunch of dumb gamers getting shit wrong. What a shock. It's funny too. All these guys act like college guys. The only guy I know that graduated college in this state. Who else? It's just Nick. That's it.
Yeah.
Nick's the only one.
If you've gotten this far, congratulations. We are finally at the end of all of the accounting and tax talk. Let's now take what we've learned in the past half hour and relate it to Carl and Mutahar's accounting calculations. Let's first start
with... So he claims he's accounting. He's going after their accounting. This is definitely going to be over my head.
The golf event. One of the troubles I ran into while evaluating Carl and Mutahar's evidence is because they didn't base their evidence on any tax accounting principles, I basically had to infer what they were trying to say. When I say they didn't base their evidence on tax accounting principles, what I mean is, did you see them cite the tax instructions at all? Did you hear them mention anything that I discussed?
I found it funny that the Canadian and Australian were going over American tax law, but what do I know?
In this video, did you hear them discuss the differences of program services and fundraisers, the complications with Open Hand's private foundation or public charity status, quid pro quo contributions, indirect fundraising expenses, things like that? These are the types of things that must be considered when you're evaluating anything related to nonprofit tax accounting. And because I'd never heard them say anything about these, it's allowed me to come to the conclusion that their research lacked any application of tax accounting. So we basically need to reverse engineer into the tax accounting principles they were implying. I apologize. I know I've played this clip a couple times already. I have to play the relevant part one last time so we can
we'll get it, yeah. We'll have to watch an hour.
Take the info Mutahar gives us and apply it to the nonprofit tax principles we just learned, since he didn't do this in his investigation.
you would still see the $30,000 show up as part of the revenue, right? And the $60,000.
What do you know, you college dropout?
If they chose to build themselves,
he's an engineer,
or if they chose to take costs out of the charity, would
dropout engineer
be reflective. It would show up in the cost sections. Remember, revenue is all the money you've made before you start factoring in, oh shit, it cost me more to run it, so now the revenue that I made, I'm actually going into the loss, okay?
So Mutahar is implying here that the golf event should be calculated and reported as a program service, because like we learned earlier, program services report gross revenues and all expenses related to the program service. However, the golf event cannot be considered a program service for OpenHand.
Why?
This is because, again, a private foundation's programs must benefit a public charity, and we know that they didn't do that because OpenHand was the beneficiary and not any charitable organization. This can also be confirmed because when we resort to their 990PF filing, we can see that no program service revenues were recognized. This means that when Mutahar tells you that $55,000 of golf sponsorship revenue...
You know, it is funny. Like, they both got into this. They're both engineers, and they got into accounting. And did they not consult an accountant? An American accountant? No, I bet they based this off their own personal businesses. And they saw something wrong. And then like, whoa, you can't do that. You can't do that. But they don't know the exceptions to when you're running something like OpenHand, you know. But I will say this: I'll play the guy's conclusion. That does not put any of the before you start saying plot twist. Who was that guy? The completionist is innocent. He ain't. But it just shows like their research was shoddy according to this guy. I'm not putting my seal of approval on this, by the way. I'm just going. I'm giving him. I'm being generous. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt until I hear otherwise.
Counted towards 2019, he's incorrect. Since the revenue is not classified as program revenues, it's not reported as a gross total. This is one of the main reasons why Carl and Mutahar think that OpenHand is underreporting their revenue, because the revenue figure he's using and the tax accounting principles he's implying are factually incorrect.
So essentially says they don't know what they're doing. I don't think there's any like malice. I don't think this guy even implies that. These guys are playing accountant, and we know Mutahar does that when they're not accountants. You know, just like NIKANDROS is going to play a child harm specialist. You know.
In order to come to the conclusion that the golf event is a fundraiser, we need to remind ourselves what constitutes a program service for a private foundation. The activity itself must accomplish the non-exempt purpose of the private foundation. Additionally, as if I haven't said this enough, a program service of a private foundation must benefit a public charity. Let's look at the attributes of the golf event and ask whether it accomplishes OpenHand's mission to promote research to find a cure for FTD. Remember, we need to remove the charitable aspect of the event and determine if the event itself progresses OpenHand's mission.
Benefiting OpenHand Foundation. All right.
Monster? Coca-Cola?
Simply put, does a golf event promote research to find a cure for FTD? No, of course not. How does a golf event promote anything related to dementia or dementia research? Remember I said earlier that both program services and fundraisers...
You know, this tells me, my father told me this years ago, but I don't understand this shit. There is... charity fucking fraud is probably through the roof in the United States.
Constitute an exchange transaction, meaning the participants of the activity get something in return. What do the people who buy a sponsorship package get in return? They get to golf, they get prizes, they get catered meals, and they get to have their companies advertised at the event. How does any of this exchange promote research to find a cure for FTD? Unless the golf event itself involved activities like education about FTD or direct engagement with neurologists or patients, it would not be classified as a program service. We have to also look at it from the perspective of who benefits from the private foundations.
So what they did is like, so this thing benefits OpenHand, so it falls under program service. This is what I'm gathering, right? But what those guys did, because people don't know the fucking difference, and this is where probably, if I had to guess, a lot of the fraud takes place. They go, Open Hand's associated with Completionist. Completionist, his association is with his charity for dementia. But when you read the fine print right here, none of this shit right here has anything to do with dementia. So
yeah, I mean, like there's no money.
I think where he's going. Yeah. So what I think what he's saying is none of this is illegal. None of it. It's deceptive, but not to the point where it's probably illegal. And that probably, I'm not saying Carl and Muta, they didn't realize that. That's something you probably wouldn't know. Yeah. I mean, if you're a an accountant and you specialize, you're probably going to know all the most common ways people kind of either bend or outright break the laws. So there's nothing bent here.
Like a possible loophole, I guess, right?
I don't even know if this is a loophole. I think it's just deceptive advertising. The Open Hand Foundation. And then you just, like, Open Hand's designed to benefit Open Hand. And then you send the Dimension guy to speak there or something like that. Or the Dementia guy's there, it's going to be. So you have this, you're not explicitly saying anything, but you're putting all the pieces in front to make it look like it's something it's not.
Program services. We already learned now that private foundations support public charities. Who is the beneficiary of the golf event? It's Open Hand. Financially, they receive the proceeds from the event, and general awareness is raised for Open Hand. Lastly, and this is the most obvious factor when you apply some critical thought, no private foundation can run a program service in which they are their own beneficiary. That doesn't make sense for a tax-exempt organization. Ironically, there is already a word for when a nonprofit organization has an activity in which they are the beneficiary. It's called a fundraiser. So, let's relate all of this info to Carl and Mutahar's 2019 golf sponsorship calculations. According to Mutahar's video, he asserts that Open Hand should have recognized $55,000 of revenue. This was based on Mutahar's estimated 4 legacy sponsorship packages and 2 platinum sponsorship packages. I understand that this is an estimation by Mutahar, but it's the same estimation that him and Carl used to come to the conclusions that
I do believe the Khalil family have been stealing tens of thousands of dollars each.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
So they used their own personal estimation to come to a conclusion where they say, I believe. And that's probably done on purpose. Well, if I say I believe, then I can't be held accountable because you're allowed to believe something. And I wonder if that's the case. You know, I did wonder if these guys were walking on ice. Hey, Nick, guess why I'm avoiding the pedo stuff, Nick? Why am I avoiding that stuff, Nick? Because it's over my head, and I'm secure enough to say I don't understand all that shit. Fucking moron.
So, like, my understanding of like what this guy's trying to say is that the money just like went in a circle. It just like went out to benefit themselves instead of like an actual.
Yeah, it didn't, and then well, it's not a charity. It's to benefit Open Hand, but that's not illegal.
Yeah.
By Mutahar, but it's the same estimation that him and Carl.
So he comes to an estimation, so they have no idea if their numbers are right.
Used to come to the conclusions that
I do believe the Khalil family have been stealing tens of thousands of dollars each year from charity donations, and the
I believe you got stuff to believe. You have to prove it. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten sued for this. Australia might have protected him in this particular situation, and then we got YouTubers in over their fucking head, not knowing all the acting like crisis counselors, like in the cases of I am Alex, and now NIKANDROS. I guess he's going to probably try to make that mistake too. Mutahar's an engineer. He's fucking everything. Carl Jobs is an expert in fucking everything. God damn.
Interesting thing about the money the golf tournament raises is that
I love your video. It's funny how D-Boys know like Queen Perry. I don't even know who Perry is. And should no longer color Ethan. Wonder why. Lawsuit, maybe persuasion. No, those guys aren't going to cover anything unless they can see a financial benefit and get the thing going. And I kind of threw I threw a little bit of a monkey wrench in that. The other thing is, I thought I was kind of the only one that noticed that Chud was throwing Nick under the bus. The more time goes by, the more people I talk to, and the more I see Chud get a response. I wasn't the only one that picked up on that. And I think it didn't benefit. So everybody, now they're all keeping their mouth shut. And then it doesn't help. Like the week after all this shit happens, Queeman takes a shot at Nick. It falls flat on his face, just like it did with what's his name? That other Twitter guy that we always cover. I forget his name. Yeet. So I think that they're probably just going back with it. They're just probably waiting, hoping somebody makes a mistake so they can benefit from that. So there you go. It's twofold. I called them a bunch of fucking rats. It resonated with enough people. And on top of it, I think when Chud came out and just like, I'm talking to you, Nicholas DiOrio. And people are like, I don't even like Tommy, but that is a little weird. So there you go.
Seems to disappear.
Enough where I can...
From what I understand, every time Chud opens his mouth about Ethan, it doesn't go his way. So the fence sitters, they're only going to do what works. There's no principles here, There's no belief.
I mean, the guy's controlled by his chat.
Really. At best, that's being generous.
His eyes captured. So
his audience captured. So that's what you're dealing. We're not dealing with anybody that's gonna like call somebody out knowing they're gonna take the L, but they're doing it out of principle. No. If it doesn't work, you just go back to the drawing board. Either hope the other guy screws up and something you can pick out, or you start over again. They don't have fucking opinions. They're trying to win the YouTube game. They're trying to win the commentary game. It's just a game. It's not like...
I mean, like you see fucking Aiden, he's like around and reacts his chat.
Yeah, I know. And he stares at it like an idiot. That's that whole crew's like that. They're not your real opinions. They're going with their... Certain opinions are worth money online if you have a platform. Right? I'm never going to say something I absolutely disagree with. Might avoid it, might omit it, might avoid confrontation because I know, but I'm not going to sit there and say I believe in this when I don't. Or I'm not going to attack somebody because I know it's like attack somebody who I think doesn't deserve the attacking, just because I think it would benefit me. Unfortunately, commentary long before these guys got here is like that. People take the path of least resistance. Green is the goal.
Confirm, at least based on how they've priced and what sponsorship tiers they've put out. I have lowballed, and they are still, in the land of underreporting the revenue.
So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. In short, this assertion that $55,000 of revenue should be reported is incorrect, because that's not how you calculate fundraising revenues. In fact, because Carl and Mutahar aren't properly calculating the golf revenue, their calculations overestimate what the actual revenue should be, which is again...
Shit.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's wild.
Why they think Openhand is under-reporting their revenue. We know that his calculations don't take...
Again, I don't think there's any malice here. I think they just don't know. I think we're dealing with YouTube. YouTubers think, it's just like when an actor gets famous, you start speaking out on like global politics and shit, and they think they just like, oh wow, so they like me on YouTube. They like me in movies, so I'm an expert in this now. That's what we're seeing with YouTubers. It's the same thing.
Consideration how much it costs for 48 players to golf and potentially the 24 golf carts they'll be riding in. 48 player prizes, 2 catered meals and beverages for each of the 32 people who got the legacy sponsorship package, because there's apparently both a lunch and a dinner reception. So that's 64 meals. The 16 meals for the people who got the platinum sponsorship package. Who knows if they get a second meal? And the costs associated with having their logos on banners and course signage. Again, this is indicative of a quid pro quo contribution, where we need to consider what the participants paid for to be able to play in the event. So if you want to calculate their golf fundraiser revenue correctly, you take the amount of cash Openhand received from the sponsorships and you deduct the market retail value of everything the sponsors received in return. Because we know that they didn't take these into consideration, we know their evidence is incorrect. The fact is,
my wife's an accountant. She doesn't deal in estimations, I've noticed. Ever. It's down to the penny. And if I had to guess, most accountants are like that. She's the only accountant I ever really knew. But there's no such thing as an estimation. Getting things down to the penny, you could lose or gain or misreport millions. You could put people in jail. It's got to be like right on the money. And what a shock. The two non-accountants, he's accusing the two non-accountants of doing that. And I watch my wife work, and I'm way too stupid to do it. But I do, I notice how she works. There's nothing left up to, you know, like a guess. It's down to the penny. The penny. And people get fired all the fucking. She's fired people. You know, because if you're going to blow a couple $100 here, and that's a multi-billion-dollar company, $100, you could blow it just as easily be 100,000 to a couple million, like that.
Don't know how much all that shit cost, so we have no idea how much should be reported.
We have too many YouTubers getting in over their head on areas that they're either not trained in. This is why this stuff should be funny and fun, rather than everybody running around acting like they're fucking experts.
Reported as revenue for the golf event. Even if you disagree and you think that the golf event should be considered a program service, therefore gross proceeds should be reported, it honestly doesn't matter, because that's not how the tax filing was prepared. It was prepared as if they were fundraisers, and we just learned that gross revenues aren't reported for fundraisers. Because it wasn't prepared that way, we know that $55,000 should not be recognized as revenue. This is just in consideration for the year 2019. These concepts have to be applied to every single year that the golf event was held. So we additionally know that the other years that Carl and Mutahar calculated were also done incorrectly. This is arguably the most egregious aspect of their evidence, because they thought the golf event was where the money was being stolen from. It's entirely possible that no money was stolen. Carl and Mutahar just didn't know how to calculate fundraising revenues the correct way, because they
couldn't do it the correct way. So they figured, like, there's a problem here. It's not our calculation they're stealing. That's why the books look cooked. I could see that happening. Now, I want to say this again. I'm going to say it 14 times. I don't know if this guy's a 300 sub YouTuber. No idea is. I'm not vouching for him. All I'm saying is, yeah, this could potentially be true. I think this is very interesting. Boy, Nick would be better at doing this than I would.
And Nick watched like yesterday. That's how I got it.
What did he? Oh, really? What was his conclusion? What was his conclusion?
A pretty good video.
What's that?
It's a pretty good.
Well, it's good video. Like, is it? I don't care if it's like Nick.
There's like something to it. He said.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, so he doesn't understand.
Like paraphrase.
Something to it. Yeah, it's a safe thing to do. By the way, I'm saying the same thing. There's something to it. There might be something to it. I'm doing the same safe method. Let's take his total conclusion. What does the Sit Man want? Hey, Sit Man. Is that the real Sit Man? Yeah, it's the real Sit Man.
Yeah, it's the real one. What's up?
What do you got?
Well, do you remember your lovely encounter with Raul Kittenhouse?
What about him? Yeah, what about him? Why?
Apparently, well, because he was on the list of people that needed to apparently get doxxed. Destiny released all his information.
Did he?
Apparently, dude apparently has an arrest warrant for battery on women.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm gonna.
You're lying to me. You're fucking with me. No, they got to you. They got to you. They said this to you. They said this to you. So you'll say it to me. So I'll fall for it, and they can all laugh at me later. This cannot be true. This cannot be fucking true. This can't be true. This guy said it was sending dick pics to 14-year-olds, saying that I'm fucking treating women, and it's always the same. Hey, Russian Deadpool, how do you like me now? I told you these guys rip themselves apart. I told you. That's why Lumpy Willie took off. He was writing something about Raul because I don't know. I don't fucking cover that shit. Well, that's a honey. They probably say to themselves, Tommy says he doesn't watch what we do, but he doesn't. Oh, believe me, had I known about that, I would have opened with it. I promise. I fucking promise I would have opened with that.
Yeah, fucking calling you a creep.
Is he convicted or was he charged?
He was charged.
He was charged, not convicted?
Let's see. Yeah, let's see.
Well, you know what? Fuck him. Hey, you fucking girl beating your pussy. Why don't you go beat on a man, you candy ass? I don't care. You sit there saying I'm sending dick kids to 14-year-old girls. Why do I have to have any kind of generosity to him if he got convicted or not? Hey, just keep your hands off of women, tough guy.
Well, speaking of the whole women thing,
man, bro.
Wow. What a man. On all fucking day. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking funny.
He showed her. He sure showed her.
Fucking funny. Am I supposed to feel bad that he got doxxed for that shit? Hey, you know, all these guys are doing the same fucking shit. You got Queeman, like, playing the Bad Empanada video, which is kind of funny, in the background of all of Willie's fucking information. But he knows he's got something on Willie. He knew he had something on Willie, daring Willie to say, even though he's doxing him right there. But what they were going to do, because apparently Queeman has his name in like tiny print in one of Willie's videos, his first name, right? And when Queeman doxed Willie, he put the band. How he did is he put the band not a video in the back. So if Willie complains about that, then Queeman comes back and he sits there and says, "Oh, why aren't you giving me the same? I did that by accident. Why aren't you giving me the same generosity that I gave you? You know, that I'm supposed to give you. Why aren't you giving it? You dox me. Why not? Even though the stuff that's in Willie's video is his fucking wife, his upcoming wedding, all that other stuff, and I'm supposed to believe. I saw that video. I thought, oh, it's kind of fucking funny.
His Jewish bride.
Yeah, his Jewish bride. The idea, and he's sitting there, and the video is hysterical because he's sitting there fucking. I might play it on another thing. He's sitting there fucking smiling. He's fucking smiling. Yeah. So is that what Lumpy Willie wants? Does Lumpy Willie want me to get fucking upset? Well, you know what? Good. Fucking get in bed with a scumbag like Destiny. You should have been like me. I know he was no fucking good to begin with. I knew he was a psychopath to begin with. Unlike you fucking retards that couldn't figure that out. Hey, when somebody talks about and treats women the way he does, you know what? Hey, NIKANDROS, listen up. You might be able to come to the common sense conclusion that they're not good people.
Oh, they're not.
Oh, you might be able to come to this. How long is it going to be for fucking Chud gets exposed?
Oh,
how long? We got fucking J-Stock's a fucking creep doing stuff that Destiny's doing. Queeman's fucking doxing people. How much longer? We'll see. All I got to do is sit back and watch. No, that's funny.
We know about Chud is that he likes tranny cock. So.
No, he's allowed to. That's fine.
I'm saying like that's like.
Yeah. Well, don't say that because he's going to claim you called him a pedophile. Oops. Oh, that's so funny. Like, I mean, what have I gotten wrong? Hey, NIKANDROS, I'm hallucinating. Ha!
Bro.
That's fucking funny. Good job, Sitman.
Don't give me his exact age, Sitman, but I thought the guy was 15. I got to be honest with you.
I thought he was
we
too.
do, right?
Yeah, I was like, man, when I look at this, I'm like, man, he's a lot older than I thought.
Okay, give me late 20. All right, here I'm going to give it to you. Okay, 20 to 23, early 20s. 24 to 26, mid 20s. 27 to 28, late 20s. Where is he?
Latter.
Late 20s.
Yeah.
These guys are
like super late 20s.
And considering how much he's 30s? Online, always recording my shit, I guarantee that guy doesn't have a fucking job. Probably hasn't one in years. And fucking making fun of me. That's so funny. But,
yeah. And like, you want to know what the catalyst to all this was?
What is that?
Yeah.
So you probably remember before like the whole Destiny drama, there was this girl called Ukrainian Anna.
Was that the one you used to call in and laugh about all the time?
I don't know, but like
that's how I met you. You used to call
no, not that one. This is Ukraine Anna. This girl is in Ukraine. She's with the war, and the DGG community is the ones that's like been like donating to her funds and helping them to be able to get supplies and shit going. Generous, whole thing, nice. Ryle Kittenhouse, whole comment was last night, as I got from a source, that he posted Kent Klosvim, a DGG fucking nutso, fucking tanky, was hoping to have him rape her.
What? What are you talking? He's doing the sim, man. He's doing the sim, man. I don't know what you're doing.
No. So what's it called? This dude has apparently been like all over the place and just wishing like rape upon Anna because he absolutely hates her because she's Ukrainian.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Okay.
All right.
And so all of a sudden, Ryle Kittenhouse on his Twitter promotes it, blasts it out to the world. And so all DGG just came apparently on him and started ripping out and finding all this information.
Oh,
he deactivated his account on Twitter.
Oh, did he?
You can't yeah.
That's why he came in yesterday. It's like that's why he came in yesterday out of nowhere. He wanted to know if I knew.
No, possible.
That's why he popped in yesterday for a second. He wanted to know if I knew, and I didn't know.
Wait, so the people who always talk about rape?
It's the thing. That's how I'm concerned about Queeman. That's why how concerned I am about Queeman and J-Stock and fuck. I honestly don't pay attention unless it's something I can use for content. That's so funny.
Wait, Tommy, I was like talking to you about this like the other day.
Were you?
I like made this remark about like, isn't it weird how much they like joke around about rape? How much everything it is just rape.
I gotta be honest with you. I would say it's a priest in a whorehouse fucking syndrome. Guys that talk too much about fucking being hero pedophiles scare me, or hero pedophile hunters scare me. Like, we know how great guys that do all this stuff where they play these big fucking heroes, and especially the ones that try. What's the matter? You're not for child safety. You know, that fucking crowd. You're like, what's the matter? You think it's okay to treat women that way? Those are the ones to stay away from, especially when they're guys.
The thing is, like, we love joking about rape. We play a song called Rape. Right. That's not that big of a deal, but like when you do it all the time,
when it's constant, when it's in the context of a joke, you know, in the context of a joke or context of a situation or a bit or something like that. These guys, it's all they talk is fucking like. It's not. I'm not saying it's pro. All they talk is CP, fucking beating your wife.
Yeah, that's fucking
all this
weird,
stuff. It's all fucking I'm against the sex degeneracy stuff, and they're all fucking degenerates. It's the same shit I saw when I was on lolcow. Some of the people that were there they made fucking Boogie and Wings look like David Hasselhoff on the second season of Knight Rider. That's how cool, you know. I mean. Like some of these guys. Remember that guy called out?
Hey, Lumpy Willie's back.
Remember they called out? Willie, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I just found out about this shit now. I had no idea. You came in before calling out Turkey. I have no idea. I have no fucking.
How's your buddy Ryle doing?
How's your buddy Ryle doing? I have no idea what you're talking about. I am not into this. Lumpy Willie, you are seriously a huge fucking loser. You are way more into this than I am. So why don't you start your own, start doing your own streams? Maybe somebody be really interested. Turkey Tom is an anti-degen. Oh, so you guys admit you're all degenerates? I don't know. Why don't you just fucking? All right, why don't you? I love you, Willie. I got some advice for you. I bet your life will get a lot better. Stop worshiping these fucking YouTubers. Start your own life. If you want to get into this stuff, start your own streams. If you have any fucking personality or talent, but considering the guys you hang around, maybe you don't. Well, I've seen it before. And do this stuff fucking casually. If I could do this casually and squeeze $1 or $2 out of it, I'm sure you can. Jesus Christ! But you know what? You look up. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is, lovely one? You look up to Chud, don't you? You look up to these guys. You do. You'd probably be embarrassed to say so. You look up to them. They're your friends. I got news for you. You got no friends doing this stuff. None. Zero. Zip. None. When are they gonna nail you, Willie? And I honestly, I wouldn't say, you know, if they're running around doxing people, Willie, you ought to stay away because those DGG guys, and I'm not encouraging anybody to do it. I'm telling you right now, I don't think they'll get you too. Stay away from it. You're better off coming here and hating on me every fucking other day than hanging around Spicy Chat Crowd. I actually mean that.
I do like seeing him.
Internet friends aren't
part of the show now.
Internet friends are he is a dipshit. Yeah. He's a moron, but he lives for this stuff, and that's truly.
It's kind of like our running riot. He's like
running riot's actually reasonably intelligent, though. I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, Tommy, in honor of Ryle, I sent you a song that I think we should play.
Is it fucking copyrighted?
Well,
he has to do.
Okay, guys, let's do some dancing. Let's show me my moves.
Rape.
I love this song. Here we go.
Rape.
Number 3 in your top 40 countdown. Rape. By Gutsy. Here we go.
Make her suck your dick the first date. You scared to rape a bitch? I can't relate. She let me in the house. Nobody's safe. Now pass the plate. rape, rape. She let me text her, won't let me touch her. She said she can't fuck, I'm like her brother. Kick down the door unannounced, while she lay on the couch. I gives a fuck, this your house. Place that crotch on my mouth. Rape, 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 rape on the first fucking date. Rape, 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 rape. Put that pussy on my motherfucking face. It feels better when she ain't awake. It feels better uninvited to her place. Put that coke on the plate and put that coke in my face. See, I don't need your permission. I wanna see how you taste. I rape, 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 rape. I rape, 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 rape.
The rape song, everybody. Oh, that's so fucking funny. It's a new Wild Kittenhouse fucking theme song. That's so funny. What the fuck is Verse talking about? Somebody's.
I have no idea. Verse should call in.
What was Verse? Man, what have I got wrong? I don't. I'm not. Like, I feel like I'm talking. I want to. I'm like sounding like I'm above all this bullshit. I'm not. All right. I would totally fucking use it too. I got a job because I graduated college. I'm better than you now.
Yeah, I'm actually a fucking engineer.
Yeah, and you still helped me with the show today. So don't fucking act like you're totally above it.
Well, I kind of helped. I just. Link a few videos.
That's so funny. All right, let's get back to more rape of I don't know, Mutahar.
I pose these questions to you in closing. It's been a year and a half since these allegations were made by Carl and Mutahar. If Gerard was caught embezzling money,
what? What's the problem?
Versus saying you just talk about the priest in a whorehouse with people who project. Tom has a no Goonie brand, etc.
Yeah, but isn't that like a fucking goof though?
Yeah, but like he's saying, they also
they might take it
as a
literally.
goof.
His fans, I'm sure fucking Tom's getting plenty of poon, and he's been probably getting poon for the last couple years. Yeah.
How come we haven't heard anything about this since then? If Openhand was caught pocketing money from the golf event...
Do they mean gooning like going out and trying to pick up chicks and get laid? Or do they mean
gooning means jerking off and
just jerking off and just being like no social. Okay. Because like, I mean, I think you talking about chicks with your buddies or something, that's gooning too. I don't know. I can't relate. Rape.
Then how the hell are they still able to host golf events that...
All right, see, let's start again. Now I'm fucking... Start again. I'm getting confused. That's a soft spot for conventions and knife carving.
I pose these questions to you in closing. It's been a year and a half since these allegations were made by Carl and Mutahar. If Gerard was caught embezzling money, how come we haven't heard anything about this since then? If Openhand was caught pocketing money from the golf event, then how the hell are they still able to host golf?
All right, here's the thing. He knows more than me. Here, I'm going to make a suggestion, all right? Because the first time I heard this, it irritated me. Not every crime gets fucking punished. People think we live in a GTA world and you get 1 star, 2 star, and you're guaranteed to get arrested on anything. That being said, especially with just the little stuff we watched before with the golf, maybe what he's trying to say is they haven't been arrested because they didn't break the law. That's what he's saying. But I'll give them a little leeway and say maybe it's just not on some prosecutor's to-do list. You know, like crimes get turned down,
or like they just like
look the other way. If it's gonna hurt the prosecutor, if they don't take it, they take it on. If it's not gonna hurt the prosecutor, and it's not that big a deal, they're gonna let it go. If it's gonna help the prosecutor, they'll take it. They're gonna take something like let's say I did the same thing Trump did in New York with Deutsche Bank or whatever they did. Okay, they might not go after some unfamous guy, definitely going after politicians. So that's how the real world works. Now that being said, I think that's what he's saying is they haven't been charged because nothing happened.
Golf events that benefit Openhand. If there was any trace of missing money or unaccounted money, why are they currently in good standing with the IRS? If you don't believe that last statement, you can fact check it yourself. Call the IRS and ask them about OpenHand. Be prepared to give them your name and information. I also want to end with a short blurb about OpenHand as an organization. They very clearly failed the public in many ways, not just in their false statements regarding the organizations they worked with, not just failing to donate the money in a timely manner, but they clearly lacked governance and oversight of the entire organization, which is the bare minimum that they owed to anyone who made a donation to their foundation or who spread goodwill in their direction. That isn't solely Gerard's fault, as he's just one of the 5 board members. All board members bear that responsibility. With that being said, OpenHand as a nonprofit seems in limbo to me. They very clearly want to exist as a private foundation, but they very clearly operate like a public charity, and you just can't have that. When I spoke to the IRS about OpenHand, they informed me that they are in good standings. However, I could not get a clear answer on any recent tax filings. For those who don't know, if your organization fails to file a return for 3 consecutive years, your status as a tax-exempt organization gets revoked. I couldn't locate or gain access.
All right, my question here, does it always get revoked? Like guaranteed? Or does it sometimes get revoked? I mean, that's the question. I don't know for fucking fact.
Access to it.
It's automatic?
Carl Jobst.
2023
like
filing.
automatic, that's it. You gotta pay taxes.
Fucking Jay Stock's a crisis counselor. Fucking NIKANDROS is a crisis counselor. Mutahar's a fucking engineer and a lawyer. All these people. And
an accountant.
And Riley Kittenhouse really cares about women, their welfare.
Filing anywhere, and I tried hard to look for that shit. Their tax filing always seems to be submitted at the end of Q3 or within Q4 of the following year, so we'll see near the end of 2025 if there was a 2024 return done. If we don't see a 2024 return, I think it's very possible that OpenHand Foundation will cease to exist come
You didn't say guarantees, it's possible.
2026, and maybe that's deserved. However, it's important to note that if that does happen, they still have a war chest of cash sitting around, and they're running golf events in 2025, so hopefully
we could fight it. Yeah, that might be calculated in. When we get fucking sued, we'll just play defense.
We see that money get donated. Undoubtedly, there are aspects of OpenHand and Gerard's conduct that needed to be called out and addressed. With that being said, I really can't understand why Carl and Mutahar took it to another level to allege that money was being embezzled or was missing.
Why can't you? Well, you only have 300 subs.
Well, it's a good title. So
somebody films a sex act that they'll remind the person they're filming, that's rape. All right. So somebody runs a shady kind of off thing, that's embezzlement. I mean, it's like the whole fucking YouTube's like that. Remember when they said Tonka was definitely going to get arrested? Nick, he is a lawyer. That guy said it was fucking Nick Rekieta. How many times have we heard that?
It's Nick Rekieta.
Two guys have been arrested since I've been doing this. 2.
Yeah.
They very clearly did a poor job of researching these allegations and presented misinformation and factually.
I bet they did do a poor job in the sense that I don't think they were lazy. They just didn't know what they were doing. If this guy's right.
Incorrect information along the way. Unfortunately, no one can reverse the sands of time and take any of it back. There is no fixing this. As far as we know, this is now in the hands of the IRS. We will all know within due time whether these allegations carried any weight or not. And I'm sure some video essayist years from now will make an hours-long documentary covering the saga in its entirety. Thank you for watching. This video only covered a handful of information regarding OpenHand, as well as only addressing some aspects of Carl and Mutahar's investigation. There are honestly numerous other topics we could explore and many different directions this conversation could take. For example, I do have some disagreements with how OpenHand's tax form has been prepared, but that's the responsibility of the tax preparer and doesn't really have to do with OpenHand. With that being said, none of my disagreements would pay favor to the idea that money is being embezzled or has gone missing. It's just...
Yeah, they're doing something fucking shady, something you get a slap on the wrist, and they're acting like it's a fucking federal crime.
Like
what a shock. This is the YouTube thing. This is the YouTube thing. Or in J-Stock's situation, accuse Destiny of abusing BPD women by virtue of dating them, and then date them yourself. It's unbelievable. you know?
Just kind of laziness in the preparation. I also originally had a 15-minute section going over cash-basis accounting and how easy it would be to actually catch open hands embezzling money because they follow that accounting method. But this video has to come to an end at some point, and this is it. Thanks again if you've made it this far. Hope you learned a thing or two.
Just a
Thanks, man.
YouTuber.
It's a pretty good video. I probably like.
I mean, look. The problem is I can't say like it sounds right.
Yeah, I mean that's just my opinion. He opened up the IRS website.
Watching what's his name, the black guy, talk about the universe. I guess he's right. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's no way I can.
Or fucking Michael Francis talking about the mob. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't the mafia.
He wasn't the mob. I can take his word for it, and you know. I'll appeal to his authority fallacy. You know, let's see what else is in the news. Mike put PA unbanned.
Yeah, of course he did.
Of course he was. Got a little old.
What's new?
You can sit there and you imagine if he said that blacks were a demonic ethnicity. Can you imagine if he said that? Jews, here's my thing about Jews. They fall off. You couldn't say that shit 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Jews fell off. You said, like, when I was a kid, Jews and black were just about neck and neck in the victim area. And if you said something like, Jews, like blacks, your life's ruined. Jews, your life's ruined. But over time, as the 90s came, Jews just kind of fell off.
The thing is, like, there's nothing really wrong.
You can say whatever you want.
There's nothing wrong when you critique Israel and how they're handling this.
But
there's nothing wrong.
If I said to you,
but like when you equate that with,
if I said to you that
every Jew,
and you're talking about, what if I said to you like the Arabs are a demonic ethnicity? What a fucking horrible thing to say. I mean, Jesus Christ! If I'm not joking, like, oh my God, you know, and you know I have deep issues with Islam, but I don't even believe for a minute that. Well, Islam, I think, is demonic. But as far as Muslims and Arabs go, no, it's as fucked up as everybody else.
It's just all fucking people,
We're
man.
all fucked up. We're all fucked up. You know?
The fucking government or the authority behind it, but like not just some random guy.
Oh, John, stick it up your ass. Johnny, if you criticize Israel, you literally get called an anti-Semite. LOL. Hey, if you also support Israel, you're pro-genocide. So it goes both ways, douchebag.
It does go. Yeah, it does go.
You fucking thick Mick. You're a thick fucking Mick. Shut up. Shut up, you fucking thick Mick. Fucking Johnny McClanahan over here. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up and go to your car wash.
You know, the thing is, like John's not wrong because it goes both ways.
Oh no, it does go both ways. But like everybody
goes both ways. He's not wrong.
John's on the other side, so they only see it from the one side. They don't see it from. It goes. It's kind of both ends. Anti-Semitism is steel that makes the horseshoe. It brings the kooks together. I would agree with that. I think that's a much. I don't deny it goes both ways. But you're pointing out something to me like I don't know that, right? So like it's like give me a break. It's like you're kind of pointing out the obvious, John. You know, it's a steel that makes the horseshoe. Right? I'm sure there's plenty to fucking. I mean, I can't imagine like I'd be going around like there's nothing to criticize Israel for. I'm sure. You know, I'm sure they're just as corrupt as every other.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, you know, I heard
bullshit with the fucking
you know what I heard on Joe Rogan today? You know what I heard on Joe Rogan today? There was a guy like how they're going to figure out because like the Jews thing is I shouldn't say the Jews. The Israelis thing is we can't allow Hamas to survive and be safe, which is some truth to that. We can deny that. The problem is they haven't finished them all. They've flattened every fucking building over there. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like they're starving to death. They're flat. Like,
come on,
how
man.
much more can you do? All right, I think that's totally a reasonable question. Right?
I've said this from day one.
So let's come up with alternatives. How do we stop these guys from coming over and killing Jews, except for maybe Hassan, and also bring this thing to an end? I guess Rogan was talking with the guys in Blackwater or something. He said to launch the seawater into the tunnels and just flush them out, literally flush them out. Like, I guess you can control the sea, and he thinks like by putting them in those tunnels and just like pour seawater in there. That was his suggestion. So
you're only really killing
Batman. Yeah, kind of. So kind of like the way he sees it is like you say, hey, listen, these tunnels, they're going to collapse. They're going to be filled with fucking water, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Now's your time to get the fuck out. And certainly no civilians would be down there. The only people down there would be up to no good, soldiers and terrorists and stuff. So just drowned everybody in. I don't know if it's practical, if there's logistical part, but it was just.
I don't think.
I doubt it too. I'm just thinking, wouldn't it be? It'd be great if it worked, right? It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it would. I mean, I'd rather have that happen than
I can just imagine. I can just imagine. Remember that guy that Willie covered, and he said, "Oh no, the water's coming down. It's going to wash all the homeless people away." It'd be kind of funny to do that for real, but with terrorists. You know? Yeah, Goblin. I don't think it's real too, but I heard it on Rogan, so it must be true. It sounded funny. Can you imagine all the terrorists just going? Bloop, 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 bloop.
It just like it turns into a fucking aquarium. A fucking dead terrorist.
Listen to him. Look at Johnson. They're literally starving. I mean, you know,
if
my daughter,
right. No,
yeah, he is. I'm sure they are. You know how much I'd be crying if they killed my daughter at that concert? What if they killed your sister, your mother? I'm not going to get this fucking moral relatives bullshit.
I've told you this. I've told you this. Yeah. They shouldn't be in charge then. If you're the one who's pushing those buttons, probably someone else should.
That's a different criticism. But he wants to be. Here's the thing.
It's a different criticism.
He's using an emotional argument. Look what they're doing. Look at the horrible things. You know, you could do that fucking. It's the same thing you started. Well, you get called a genocide if you criticize Israel. Yeah, and you get called a genocidal America if you support them. Right? And he's doing the emotional fucking bullshit with me too. He's saying, they're literally starving. Well, they're literally killing fucking women and children. So, I mean, what do you want from me? It's fucking called war. Maybe because I was in one or had some kind of idea what goes on, it's really tough to get me to give a fuck. Because this is what happens.
Oh shit, dude, it's derpy.
I'm not saying it, John, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're a dumb guy. Quit school. Work at a car wash. I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying it justifies. I'm saying you're making a feel-bad argument to me. And I'm saying, yeah, that's war. Do you really give a shit about the people of Burma that are slaughtered every day? I bet you don't. What's the matter? You don't care about fucking poor Burmese people? I'm sick of you get my point, John? I'm sick of those fucking arguments. They don't interest me. Is Israel committing war crimes and starving people? Probably, yes. But it's really difficult for me to give a fuck. It's really difficult for me to give a fuck. It's hard for me to give a fuck when if the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah, but no, hold on, Tommy. But they're not just starving Hamas. They're fucking starving civilians now. It's kind of
I get that. But it's just like would Hamas starve every Jew if they could?
Yeah, but Hamas.
That's what I'm saying. Militia. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Fucking Hamas is a fucking militia, a glorified terrorist organization, while Israel is a fucking government.
So you're making an argument that they need to
how the fuck can you win? They should do better.
They could do better. That's a different argument. He's trying to get me to fucking feel bad to come to his side. You understand that? He's trying to go. Okay. Oh look, yeah. See what I'm doing? He's doing the emotional stuff. I don't fucking give me come up with a solution instead of whining about Jews and whining about fucking Israel. That's what I think. Yeah, come with a fucking solution. You're right. They're starving people. But I'm telling you, all I can think of is if I lost my little girl 2 years ago and the Palestinians are starving, are they? And you would be too. If that was your fucking sister, I know you have a sister, and I know you love your sister, you would fucking feel the same way. As wrong as it might be, maybe it's the wrong way to feel. Revenge doesn't fix shit, but that's a human fucking reaction. And I'm putting myself in those people's shoes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna argue.
Look. I got you know me long enough. I got the goddamn Trump. I want people to stop dying, but I'm not going to be fucking guilted into a position on one side or the other.
Yeah, but I don't think this is gonna lead people to stop dying. It's gonna get fucking worse and worse and worse and worse.
I'm not saying they should keep doing it. I'm not saying you can't point it out. I'm not saying, but that's not what John's doing. That's not what John's doing. That's not what John's doing. Something you're trying to argue the issue. John's trying to make me feel bad, and that's what I resent.
No, he's saying he understands. He understands how Israel feels.
Thanks. Thank you. He's on your side. Here's how I feel. I used to fucking. I sort of think this is stupid at first. Like you see, I've seen Nick do this and Jeremy do this and stuff like. I don't care. I only care about my own country. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, you can fucking have an opinion and not be. But you know what? It's to the point where it's getting less. Like I just don't hope it doesn't come here. How can I care? You got two sides. They won't meet. They haven't done it in 1,000 years. Why am I to give a fuck? No matter who's getting killed, you know? And obviously, I lean towards the ones that are not the religious wackos, and that's not them. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, they kind of are.
They're not killing. You don't need to be a religious wacko. Like, I'm not a fucking anti-Muslim. That's not why I joined the fucking army. I joined it because 9/11. And I could see somebody joining the IDF after October 7th, just the same way. That's the perspective I'm looking at it from. I saw this shit happen in my backyard. I literally am a 9/11 witness, and I did not give a fuck. Do you know how many kids got fucking killed in Afghanistan that didn't deserve it from us?
Yeah, by a fucking
Do you know how many tears I shed? None. That's what I'm saying. So don't give me an emotional argument. Give me solutions. What can we do?
Solutions. It should stop.
Well,
that's it.
Well, how do we get them to stop?
I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know either. So we're in the same spot.
How, but yeah.
I think you must. Yeah, your point was. See, your point was this side bad, and I'm telling you, yeah, sure, right. Big, so what?
My opinion, both sides bad. It should fucking stop.
I'll say bad.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of empty? Isn't that kind of empty though? Like both sides bad.
Yeah,
it is.
All right, fine.
You want to know what?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, it is.
I'll stay with it though.
Fair enough.
And also, like a lot of those Israeli leaders.
A lot of Israeli. Okay, yeah. So what? Yeah. So the American army. Do you know how many fucking jackasses hated me because I was Catholic and from New York area? Hey, that's every fucking army in the world. You can tell me it's different over there? Get the fuck out of here. Oh. Oh, fucking Christian. I just one Christian kook fucking sergeant, and they found out his wife is fucking cheating on him downrange. It was so funny to me. He was always talking about, oh, my family, and I got this, and I got that. His wife was sucking the fucking commander's dick the whole time. It was great. Get off the cross. We need, hey, Sergeant Singleton, hey, get off the cross. We need the wood. Oh, by the way, get the fucking commander stick out of your wife's mouth.
Anyways, domestic abuse.
All right, switching. We got a tape of a Ryle Kittenhouse right here. Hold on.
My abuser, so I can damn fucking right do that to you.
Yeah.
I can kick you the fuck out of here for what the fuck you've done to me. You've destroyed me.
What? How? All I've ever wanted to do is support.
Stop lying to me for once. Look at me in the eyes and stop lying to me. Stop being such a wimp. Look at me and accept what you have done to me. Do you see what I've become?
Oh, he's lost it. I gotta be honest. I don't know if this goes any further, but people fight like this. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna abuse, verbal abuse.
You've killed me.
He might be. I fully admit he might be abusing her, but people fucking freak out.
Yeah, he did get arrested, I believe.
Oh, after this, did he put his hands on her?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
I have no idea.
See, that's the line. I think you can yell all you want. That's the line. Can't put your hands on her.
You promised me everything. You lied to me.
Wow. Dramatic. Sounds like a scene, right?
Look at me in the fucking eyes.
Sounds like Batman.
Look at me.
See, I wouldn't yell like that because I sound like a faggot. you know what I mean?
Sound like Ryle Kittenhouse.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah, you fucking said you would be my girl.
Tell me.
Wow. No, he's fucking nuts.
Tell me what the fuck you just said.
Yeah, we don't know. He could be pinning her against the wall too. You know,
it's audio.
But the beginning is just like it's a really fight that needs to be broken up.
Tell me. Get out.
I feel like playing that scene in fucking Shining. That's the best domestic abuse scene of all time. She's going through his papers all the time. He goes, "You like it?" Wendy, put the bat down, Wendy. Put it down, Wendy. Did you ever think about my responsibilities to this Colorado hotel or whatever the fuck it was called? No. I want to worry about Daddy's well-being. You ever think about my well-being? I would love to do a scene like that. And this guy sounds like he would like to do one too.
I think he's doing right now.
Oh, did he hit? I heard a smack. Well, it could be.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
Uh-oh.
Don't.
You're blind.
Don't.
You are evil. Like you're evil.
You're fucked.
Oh.
He got arrested? What did he get arrested for? What did he get arrested for?
A chance to do the funniest thing ever right now.
What?
And play the song I sent you earlier again.
Sure. Why not?
This would torpedo the show, but fuck me, it would be fucking funny.
There we go.
Rape.
No, I don't want to play this because this isn't angry. This is a guy who just wants to rape chicks. He doesn't want to beat them. He just wants to rape them. All right. So what did this maniac do?
So he made a freestyle.
Yeah, I almost got married. Good to know I didn't get carried away. Cause of the shit that she would say. Just to ruin my fucking day. My God.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy who's just beating his girlfriend? We're yelling at her like
yeah,
that?
nigga, it is.
Take it easy, will you? Take it easy. Take it easy.
Shit, homie.
Yeah.
Like going with the vibes, man.
All these brown people think they can drop the M-bomb. What's the matter with you? all these guys thinking they can drop the M-bomb. Take it easy. All right.
God telling you it's like blackmail on my iPod on repeat, man. She was letting people think that I beat her just so that she can stay out of it. Oh man, I really hope she feels proud of it. Fucking ridiculous, the shit I put up with. Bad bitch, look, get my.
Oh God, it's like he's acting like such a tough guy, right? But this is what he sounds when he's really mad. Yeah, bitch, get out of my way. Yo, I'm up to some shit and this is great. Oh man. Yeah, you don't sound like you're that tough. You sound like you let these bitches get to you.
The bad bitch needs to pipe down. So
yeah, pipe down, bitch.
Simply I yell at her. That's just what I do. I'm just a mess.
Yeah, you did yell, yeah.
A true story. I was yelling
when did this come out? Was this after fucking this incident?
I think this was prior to the audio releasing.
Yeah.
The bitch.
I believe.
Yeah. What she do for me? But ruin my life. Ruining my shit. Thinking I'd be her. Wait, no, that she'd be my wife. No, I did get that right the first time. Oh man, I'm just waiting.
This guy's such a phony.
They're coming after me.
You know, when I was a kid, all the Weegros did that act 24/7. They talked that way to the mom, the whole nine. Now they're just like regular guys that go to Starbucks, and when the mic goes, "Yo, bitch, get out of my way," it's so fucking funny.
Assault and battery is what they claim. They say that I've been.
You sit there and bitch about it.
Running away from the truth.
He's clearly on something here too.
Eminem
fellow John.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. John says Eminem.
Enough, the one I love, the one who's my entire world.
Yeah, he's totally on something. Cool.
I don't want to. I think it was like meth or just some like really crazy hardcore drug or something.
I don't know what happened. I've exhausted all avenues for appealing my YouTube community guidelines. Like I haven't paid any attention to this. It will only be streaming on Twitch and Kick. So I have limited. It should be only for a week. I have very limited info YouTube. It does not seem like just reading the DMs from their recent Vosh allegations is enough to break their child safety policy. Perhaps they're being more stringent. Fucking fence riding bitch. Maybe they fucked you. Stringent because of recent events regarding child safety on the internet. Well, I'm worried about women's safety. Your fans are fucking brutal, Chud. So I guess be careful if you cover these sorts of things in the future. You know what I hate about this? First of all, one of the reasons I'm bringing this up because from what I understand, Spicy Chat, although they never really blamed me, they kind of maybe Tommy had something to do with it, and then they said I'd celebrate. And then they said I'd celebrate it, which is fucking ridiculous if you think about it. Like if. Why would I celebrate something that could so fucking easily happen to me like that? Now, I'm sure they would, but I ain't like you. But, I mean, it sounds like Chud actually got fucked. But he sounds the same way like when, what's-his-face fucked him? Dark Viper. I guess I'll just fucking be complicit. Like, bitch about it, Chud. Just say, hey, this is fucked up. How are you going to fucking protect people if you don't, get the word out there if you can't say these words? It's probably because he's okay with censorship.
It's kind of like a perfect metaphor of what
it's just show what a
entire
pussy
the UK is going downhill. So
look the other way. Fucking let him steal your iPhone and then say it's your fault when your iPhone gets stolen. Fucking pussy. But that being said, I think it's fucked. I always think the shit's fucked, and I like the commentary community a little better when we looked out for each other and stuff like that. But and me, as far as me fucking celebrate, I'll call him a fucking audience captured pussy. But no, fuck that shit. Fucking whatever. But I'm not gonna cry either. But I mean, no, it's bullshit. I wanted Chud to be exposed for being a phony and a snake. I never wanted him to be silenced. Wendigoon follows no neo-Nazi stone toss on Instagram. Oh boy. Do I think I follow him too? Let's be honest. This is just snark. Going forward, we aren't going to post like that. This. Yeah, people are fucking, woke is dead. So the mod comes in and says, okay, enjoy this while you fucking can. Wow, YouTube drama league. And this guy, I mean, they're all lefties over there.
They're changing pretty quick because I think they're worried about the whole shit with Ethan too.
You think so?
That's my opinion.
See, here's the thing about this though. The post. I don't mind the post being out there because then I know this guy, whoever posted this, is a retard, right?
Yeah.
Look, they hate Wendigoon for the same reason. Who's that guy who plays Dragon Lord, whatever he is? There's a lot of anti-Christian sentiment in the States by the far left. What's his name? The guy who played not Dragon Lord, Star Lord. What's his name?
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that guy's never done anything, said anything political or nothing. They hate his guts. Any chance they can lock him to something, they do. And I think this is the same thing with Wendigoon to some extent. He's a religious kook, like John Sigma, another religious kook. But I think you're allowed to be a religious kook as long as you're not hurting anybody. And Wendigoon ain't hurting nobody. No matter how you shoehorn it in, like, well, if you say this, it hurts this group. Jesus knew this would happen because he told them the truth. Wendigoon's a good guy. I tell you something. One of the fucking, I heard Rogan say this too. And this is rare, by the way, John Sigma. When you run into Christians and Catholics that really live by the code, they're the fucking best people going. When they believe it, live by it, don't like put the scarlet lever on it. I've seen that too. I'm a fucking good Catholic, and that girl over there is a slut. And he's a pig. Why don't you help her, fucking hero? But when you read people, and I get that fucking legit. I'm not saying he's a perfect person, and I've been wrong before. I'm probably cursing him right now. Wendigoon seems legit to me. I like him.
Oh, he's fucked.
Why did Chud got banned on Twitter? No, I don't want that. No, I never reach out to you guys. And I never say anything like as a community or sorry, SFTP fans. I'm gonna kind of do that right now. We don't fucking support that here. That's fucked up. I don't know. It sounds like someone
got a day suspension. Yeah.
For what? I never wanted him silenced. I just wanted. And he is a phony. I just want people to know he's a phony. He's just a YouTuber.
Reason participating in fake engagements, apparently.
What fake engagement? Does that mean bots?
Yeah, hold on. I'll send you the tweet.
Let me see. That's weird.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing to get banned for.
Now, I'm not saying this shit to sound like I'm fucking better than anybody. I'm not. I'm just a YouTuber too. But a day suspension was merging a shout out on stream. Just funny how it happened. Now I've been doing it for ages. Fake it. Merging chat on stream. Oh, that's what they got him for. So what he did is he put two. That's fucking Twitch sucks. But I know that better. And you know what? I bet he doesn't say fucking Twitch sucks. Yeah, go on, kick. Go on the right wing fucking Nazi sign, and you can actually be yourself and say what you want. No one's going to say anything. Oh, follow for follow, lurk for lurk, host for host. Interesting. It took them this long to get them. Somebody probably. It's probably something they don't enforce that much, and somebody snitched. And maybe he should have supported Queeman and J-Stock better. Maybe he should have went after Nick DiOrio like he was told. Right, Sim Man?
Damn right.
Yeah, he should have went to Nicky Oriole like he was told. He pussied out. And all this bad stuff happened.
I also forgot that Jimmy's still here.
Showed his fairly big pussy. That's fucking horseshit too. Let's see, Chud said it totally fair, to be honest. Fucking spread your cheeks, Chud. Spread your cheeks to the purple thing. Big purple dildo. Hey, speaking of fucking dildos, I saw this guy. You know they've been throwing dildos at the WNBA.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Right? Yeah, it's hilarious. Well, there was this guy that figured out they're taking bets on what color dildo will be thrown on what NBA court next. And the guy bought like a fucking blue dildo. And he's telling himself, he says, here's the thing. If I put a bet for this and then I run it up, if I run it up, if I put $5,000, I can make a top $2,000 if I throw this blue dildo and then bet on it and tell all my friends to bet on it and get a cut of their shit as well. Well, the other problem with that is if you can't get the dildo off the ground for some reason, then they have a problem and then you owe them. So, and then here's what happens. You throw the blue dildo, you get fucking arrested, you get slapped on the wrist, and then you go fucking collect your money. You found some gambling site. Like, what dildo is going to be thrown?
Like a good business strategy, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think if the betting company knew he was the one that threw it on and then placed the bet, I think they'd pull it. All right, what dildo will be on next? Fuck, you bet on anything. Gambling's the biggest degenerate. Oh my God. I can't wait to I'm so excited about the NBC Heads Up Poker coming back after 12 years. I couldn't be happier.
Oh boy, gambling.
Poker's not gambling. It's not. It's a skill game.
All right, buddy.
It's just not a skill game as poker players.
Because gaming is cool. Gaming is not.
All right, let's make fun of Destiny. This stupid fat fucking Irishman right here, who's a complete ignorant. Like people, I love Europeans like this. They complain that people like Americans come to Europe and they make ignorant statements. They don't know anything about Europe. And you know what I found since I moved to Europe? Europeans don't know a fucking goddamn thing what goes on culturally, legally on the other side of the pond. In about the same average as Americans don't know what the fuck that's going on in Europe. So this motherfucker right here, this stupid fat Irishman, he was interviewing Trump supporters, and they kept on saying something that were concerning him. They kept telling him that the United States was a republic and not a democracy. And this is concerning. This is something we hear a lot. It is a republic. It's not a total democracy.
Isn't Ireland a republic?
Yes, he is. Yeah. Guess what Ireland is called? Let's look at what Ireland is called.
I just looked it up.
Did you look it up? Did you look it up? It is the Republic of Ireland, you dumb motherfucking Mick bastard! They're so stupid. They're fucking stupid. Well, these Americans are running around saying like, oh, these Trump supporters saying this strange thing that we don't live in a democracy, we live in a republic. Oh, motherfucker, yeah. But that's got nothing to do with what we're about to hear.
Has it taken?
I'm Donnie O'Sullivan. I'm dumb as a motherfucker, but I managed to be on CNN because I'm left wing. So I'm gonna interview this progressive person over here. Clearly the guy to talk to. You know, he films girls when they're not looking. Don't you know that? It's okay because he has the right politics. You know yourself. You know yourself. You know yourself. He's filming. Those girls were very lucky to have a man like Destiny, a man that cares so much for them. He cares so much for women. He tapes them while they're fucking them. So what would he know about geopolitics? Tony O'Sullivan, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him right now. I'm going to ask him because he knows so much.
Left so long to catch up and still hasn't caught up.
Republicans vertically are very well integrated when it comes to making sure that they're winning elections. Yeah. Right? There's the people who in 2020 they
imagine that party. The Democrats. Well, recently, Destiny might be right. Recently, the Democrats may think they're above winning elections. He might be right as of recently. But my experience is political parties tend to want to win them. Maybe the libertarians don't.
They thought the election was stolen in every state, basically, but they still showed up to vote next time. So something is happening there where they're really big on going out and winning.
Yeah, there was no nuance to that. There was no, they thought every Republican thought it was every state. Yes, I know.
Elections, and I think that shows at every single level, to where when people are organizing, or when people are creating alternative media networks, whether you're talking Tim Pool, influencing other ones like Joe.
This is the new way to say, because whenever the Democrats lost an election, we have a messaging problem. Right? You know, we don't have a anti-free speech problem. We don't have get the dick choppers out problem. It's a messaging problem. We didn't say you should chop your son's dick off if he's a little confused well enough. Because people really like that issue. You know, everything but the issues. But I digress.
Rogan, or trying to do things with college kids like Charlie Kirk. They're making these events and they're gathering all these different people. For Charlie Kirk, it's school kids, but the single focus is winning elections. It's incredibly important. And somehow I feel like on the left, I don't know how this happened online. Maybe it's because we tend to be younger or whatever.
And then he blames on stupid kids. Yeah, because we got a bunch of stupid kids running the.
So like, wait, wouldn't these stupid kids be well versed in social media?
It's not even fucking true. There's
They'd
plenty
be
of
able to
fucking
kind of
boomers
like
that are Democrats.
handle that a little bit better.
Let me guess. Destiny's surrounded by stupid young people. All right, so he thinks the whole world is stupid young people. Yeah, yeah, I know.
But
well, they're so stupid. They're easy to record when you're fucking them.
Somehow the party's messaging apparatus, it feels like it's kind of hijacked from people by people who won't vote for your candidates, which I think is.
So what he's saying is the young people online that are pushing are like too far left. Without saying that,
it's incredibly destructive.
Did the Democrats have?
Is it taken? You live in I can't understand. Why you Americans will not. There's only one party to vote for over here. I mean, we should be like Ireland. Ever getting like the United Kingdom? You get stabbed in the street. By the way, Dublin's getting like that too. You're the one that said you don't want to go to Europe. You don't want to. You don't want. Walt said he wants to go to Europe so he can get away with from Arabs. And he gets
travel, man.
That's what he said. He goes, I want to get away from Arabs. Where's the white people at? Where's the white bitches at? Well, I've been screwed. You know what the problem is? If you go to the countryside where they're all white people, then you might get some fucking looks.
They'll fucking hate me.
Then you'll be like, fuck these white people. You know?
Now we're my favorite fucking brown people.
Fuck these white
Where
people.
the Arabs at?
Fuck these white people. Right. It's too funny. And I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
Super. That's all we got. Good show. Enjoyed it. Lots of clips here, I think. Let's go to Pat's. Is there any new bad information you have for me, Sipman? Is there any more half-assed stuff that I can't make heads or tails of that might get me in trouble for putting out misinformation, Sipman? You are so much better offline than you are online. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You are. Well, I could follow up with you online. You probably here's a trick to coming out. Don't feel that much pressure, and then it comes out. And know what the fuck.
That's what.
Yeah.
Oh,
because you were like, all right, maybe he's got something interesting. It's like, nah, he's going sit, man. He's going sit.
Yeah.
Man.
He's just sipping away.
And by the way, I'm not like picking on you. I don't want you to think like any of the stuff that you gave me that I don't appreciate. I do. And I'm glad you're doing what I don't have time or the inclination to do is let me know how the whole fucking thing over there is collapsing. Man, I appreciate that. But you know, just
the Eye of Sauron,
yeah. You're great. You're great. And you know why Sitman does a good job? They go after him and they do streams on Sitman. Little old Sitman. And
he's part of the community now. He's an actual player now.
Sitman does not give a fuck. You know, some people would be pretty intimidated if they did a stream on them. They'd be like, all right, maybe this is going a little too far. Not Sitman. Sitman's like, I don't care. They call me pedophile.
Do what you want, bro. Have fun.
You don't get mad. I get mad when they call me pedophile. I don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
It bothers me.
Also, I just shot you over something as well.
Oh, boy.
What do we got? Rape. Oh, it's fucking Leah. Oh, she's too funny.
Can we show us?
I want to see that. Oh, great. Tommy C speaking of video.
Oh.
Tommy C speaking out of video that's not even out yet. He's like a know-it-all insider information. She is so dumb. I mean, I explained myself so perfectly that it's a reasonable conclusion to guess. And the whole thing started with a joke.
Wait, dude, Leia something is on so much fucking testosterone and steroids. She just has no idea.
So dumb. I made it like abundantly clear that I didn't fucking know when he's coming out, but it's a reasonable conclusion to come to. But Leah's got no common sense. Her fucking boobs are bigger than her fucking brains, and you get posts like this because she's dumb as a brick. Tommy, see, speaking for a video, I said this is probably what it's going to be. It's completely. The guy's calling me about pet stuff all the time. What might the video be about? He's talking about abusing children. Really, you want to think yourself, Leah? What children could he have fucking harmed? Really, he's got no kids. Oh, let me guess. It's probably going to be a shoehorning thing. We'll see. If I'm wrong, and maybe NIKANDROS will have a specific example of him harming children, and it's not some fucking shoehorned way where he did this one thing wrong and they turn it into something else. Yeah, all right. We'll see. Probably be fucking funny. They're on a losing streak over there, aren't they? Fucking Leah's she's so dumb. She's to call in here.
Fucking another Ryan.
I mean, I thought she was nice and everything, but I mean, it's fucking just so stupid. And she's captured like Lumpy Willie is over there. They think these people are good people. Nobody cares about Julie over here. God, you're as good as you're gonna get. As good as you're gonna get is me when I was nice to you. That's it. That's it. That's all you're gonna get. For everybody else, you're just a cog in the system. I don't know. Start streaming. Fucking pull your boobs out. I don't know, whatever. Wasn't everybody calling her fucking ugly and shit and doing all that shit? Yeah. Was I doing that? No.
No.
Who did she throw in with? Those guys. Okay, fine. You know, next thing you know that she'll be saying I'm bad to women or something like that. Unbelievable. So you talk to Leah something. You'll talk to Leah about something, but Aiden can come in any time.
He was here multiple times.
He was here he was here like a month ago. You can call it any time. I don't go to their shit.
Yeah, it's called it twice.
Why should I give them the fucking the moment? They come to me and Lee call in too. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing the fucking tour. I don't. It kind of proves my whole thing. Like, I'm not doing the fucking tour. They come to me. I'm not gonna go to them. It's
holy shit, dude! It's Nintendo Mail. What's my homie?
What happened?
What's up, Nintendo Mail?
Nintendo Mail? Oh, hey, Nintendo.
Yeah, dude,
Mail.
it's the guy.
It's the homie. You want to talk to Aiden? No, I'll never talk to Aiden ever. I think he's fucking ridiculously dishonest for all the reasons. There's tons of videos on it. Like, I'll talk to Leah. Leah called me. I don't think I ever talked to Leah privately, did I?
No, I think she just called in a couple of times.
I don't talk to anybody privately other than, get this, friends. For actual friends. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, I wonder if you do this because I can't smoke pot because like the type of pot that I got fucking keeps me my ass for like 3 days straight. But I found these gummies that are legal over here that have like some weed in them or something.
Like THC.
It's a THC or something like that. And they're called sleepy gummies. And it's just supposed to like help like a sleeping thing. That's it. And they're pretty cheap. Pretty fucking cheap. I'm thinking about getting them. Because it's smoking. Although I had a joint a couple weeks ago and I woke up. It's like it was when I was a kid. Right? But the shit I have just lingers. It just fucking lingers. I hate it. Maybe it's hash and not weed. I don't fucking know. Is that this?
Did you like choose that weed or?
No, it's the only I found. Somebody sent me stuff where I could.
No.
No, I looked it up on Google and found it was legal, and then I just ordered it. It was like last summer.
Oh, yeah, it's probably just like a bad deal.
I don't know. Is that bad? I don't fucking know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I have no idea.
When I was in fucking high school, I just like we passed around a joint. I had no idea what went. There was always that one guy that knew fucking like had like got High Times magazine, all that shit. But I always thought those guys were weird. No, whatever. But I can't smoke my own weed because it's just like I'm just gonna fucking here it is. I think I'm just
smoking weed at like 40 is crazy.
I think I'm just throwing out. No, it's not. You guys, it's not. I really did it to get to sleep. The problem is that's all I want to do for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But then I had a friend. I joined with a friend downtown, and then I went home. I was feeling nice, and I woke up and it was like gone. I went on with the rest of my day. You know, maybe it's hash, not weed. All right.
Patreon.
Go New York Red Bulls Metro Stars tonight. Yeah, Patreon. Pats. Oh, those guys over there. That's so funny. So all of Ryle Kittenhouse's stuff is gone? His YouTube channel's gone too?
Except for his YouTube channel. No, his YouTube channel's still there though.
Man, maybe. Oh shit. Hey, can you?
Because like he uploads
can you
stuff, right?
I don't know. Fucking. Can you archive his shit? Do you have
I have premium, so yeah, I can download his videos.
Yeah, fucking 4K downloader. You have 4K downloader?
Yeah.
This thing.
Yep.
This thing right here.
Yeah, I got 4K downloader.
Yeah, archive the stuff when he's saying horrible shit about me. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That's fun. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun show. Oh, okay.
Yeah, constantly going at you, constantly saying that he's like saving what you call a grooming victim, and then all of a sudden this dude's just a
he's
beater.
fucking beating chicks. Probably didn't give him. He could probably give him enough pussy. He probably thought he was getting pussy, but he just got fucking. He just had to pay for Legoland instead.
You got violence, apparently.
What do you mean? I have to pay for Legoland? You bitch. Why I oughta?
And you want to know what Thomas C didn't need to do a thing, and he won that argument.
Why I oughta Rittenhouse? You know, fucking unbelievable.
Didn't
he? Nesquick, Oprag, Rex, and B. Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Ghost Gaming, Little Manly, Not Your Typical Mom, Riley, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Yeenie, Picklington, and Will Dillon. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Jack. Tough day for the Chud crew. Chud is a tard. You're absolutely right. I haven't said much about him lately. I heard you don't talk about me anymore either, which is fine with me. Yeah. It's just because he walked too close to the coals. He didn't know he was walking on coals. Dumb shit. Yeah. All right. What do I want to do? I want to get that thing about Bad Empanada out. So I'm probably not going to do what you call it. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. And fuck John Sigma. You guys have a good night. Oh, you know what I'll do? I feel like bullshit and spoken. So I'll bullshit and smoke if anybody wants to come in. So, Sim, man, let's go to the other room and bullshit. You probably need to go to bed, right?
Yeah, I'm going to fucking pass out.
Peace, Middle East, chicken grease. Bye.